Sup nerds, welcome to the Omni4Game podcast. I am Sean, and as always we have Chris and Brandon with us. And today we are going to be doing a BT14 set review. To start off, we are going to go over, if I can pull this up. Okay, cool. We're going to go over the box toppers. I feel like these are all 5 out of 5s.
Yeah, these are easy 5 out of 5 cards.
Like
easily.
Like these are amazing
So, Sean,
consistency cards. Yes.
Yeah, Sean, go ahead and read one of them off.
Oh yes, of course. I can't just assume people know what these cards do. That's my mistake. Thank you. So they all do the same thing for their respective colors. 2 cost main, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 red card among them to your hand, place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order, then place this card in your battle area. So this is not restricted by the card types. You can add options, Digimon, tamers, whatever. So you can actually add themselves, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
And then the delay effect is you can trash it, and then one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a red Digimon card in your hand by paying the Digivolution cost. When Digivolving with this effect, reduce that Digivolution cost by 2. I feel like they could have worded that better, but...
Yeah. I mean, so the reason this card is honestly so good is, let's say you're going second. Going second is actually not bad with these cards in this game, because if your opponent gives you 2 memory, you can set up 2 training cards, and then the following turn, you can go into a level 6 for essentially, 1 memory? Because you're paying 1 for the...
2 memory.
The level 5. And then, you have to pay full cost for the level 6, but you're still going into your level 6
Oh,
turn
okay,
3.
okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you promote the level 3, you go into the level 4 for free, you go into your level 5 for 1, and then you can go into your level 6, and it's just deal with it. Feels good.
Yeah, I think these cards are pretty well balanced with the fact that you have to, you can't stack them. You have to, trash 1 to Evo, and then trash another to Evo again. So, you can't do 2 of them to reduce an Evo cost by 4.
Any card that allows you to dig into your deck and then pick out a card that you need is going to be good.
A generic card, too. Any card.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember how excited we were for memory boost cards, and because they were just so good at the time. But as we started getting more tamer reliant,
Mm-hmm.
You just couldn't play those in tamer reliant decks because you always ran the risk of sending your tamers to the bottom of the deck, especially like Shine Greymon for the most example. You have to see your Marcuses. It's you have to. So you could run the risk of playing the memory boost, but you're gonna have the chance of bottom decking those Marcuses. So these cards are gonna be crazy. If you're not running anywhere between at least 2 to 4 of them in every deck, you're crazy. And even then, it's at some point, it's minimum 3, right?
Yeah, the only decks that can't utilize this are going to be decks that run a plethora of different colors. So Hunters, Cross, decks like that aren't going to be able to utilize it. Plus, there is no white one. So I don't know. Dio can still use the black one, but...
Yeah, Dio would use the black one because the Ace is the one I guess you'd be digging for most of the time, and that one's black, thankfully. So
isn't the EX1 Dia also
he's
black?
White. The only other black Dia is the promo one.
Okay.
Which funny, both of the promo ones are the black ones.
Yep. So easy 5 out of 5 for all those cards.
Yeah, amazing cards. Thank you, Bandai. Praise be Bandai.
It is also very good that we already have the floodgates that do prevent you from using those effects. So those are going to be very good this format.
Yeah, Cutemon and the like are going to be very, very annoying.
Yeah.
Especially with Blue Hybrid coming back, they're going to be pretty strong in this upcoming format.
Yep.
All right, so moving on to the promo box toppers. So it's going to be
the survey kit.
Yes, the 2-year survey or whatever. So it's these 6 cards. We'll go over this little guy first. What are y'all's thoughts?
Go ahead and read them out. Remember, we got to read the effects.
My God, you're right, Brandon. Thank you. When Digivolve? So it's Shadramon, level 4, Obvi. Digivolve 2 on Wormmon specifically. When Digivolve, you may play 1 Vmon/Wormmon from your trash suspended without paying the cost. And you get their on plays, if you didn't notice that. And then the inheritable is on deletion, same effect. You may play a Wormmon or from your hand without paying the cost.
Okay, so the when Digivolving is from trash. The on deletion inheritable is from hand.
Yes.
Okay. I don't play Perperial, but just knowing that this is going to be evoing for 3 on top of your Vmon does kind of feel bad. But I mean, you two both played the deck.
No, it's 2 on Wormmon, isn't it?
He said Vmon.
No, it's
it does
Vmon.
evo for a full
Vmon.
3 on Vmon.
Yeah,
So,
you guys played the deck, so you guys are going to be the ones to know if this card's good or not.
So
Sean just played this deck last week or the week before.
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the problem with this deck is always going to be you have to see so many pieces to get your Wombo combo. And any card that can... Because, like, the hardest part of this deck is trying to figure out what your 3rd level 3 is going to be that you're going to play, and what your 3rd level 4 is that you're going to play. And this just gives us another option in the... It's not going to, like, replace the other Shadramon or the Flamedramon. It's not going to replace those. It's just... It gives us another option. And the fact that it's spawning out a body... It gives us an additional way to digivolve into that Flamedramon, because that's the problem. You have to have both on the field.
You have to have 2 rookies on the field in order to combo.
Yeah. And this just accelerates that a little bit. So is it going to make Imperialdramon tier 0 or even tier 1? No.
I don't even think it makes it anywhere close to the Alter S deck, because the Alter S deck, you can just have a level 3 and a Tamer on the board and start your combo.
But it's the fact that we're still getting some support for the deck, and... You know, anybody that maybe wants to invest in this deck and play it for fun, it gives them another chance. It's a deck you take to locals, you have fun with. You're just going to have, fun with it. You're not expecting to go there and dominate. Like, it could catch some people off guard. But and the training cards will help too. It's sort of, because you play 2
different colors.
It's 2 different colors, so it's like, I mean, you can run the risk, but I probably wouldn't.
I would run probably Mist Memory Boost.
Yeah, you'd probably play Mist Memory Boost, but because that's another thing I think they messed up with is they made the Vmon line all red, and then like the Wormmon one like all purple, right?
I think that was intentional.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like why did you? Because then they were like, oh guys, we messed up. Here's the Shadramon. It's both colors.
Yeah, I feel like it was late enough into the game where having the card be 2 colors at the same time was way less of a big deal.
I think it would have been maybe too good if they would have all been split colors.
I don't know about that. It would have helped the deck significantly, though. I don't know about too good. What I really like about this is you can promote 1 rookie, Evo into this guy, and play the 2nd rookie you need, and then Evo into the Shade or Flame and pop off from there.
Yeah, right. So it's just a increased consistency from your level 4 standpoint to allow you to play extra pieces.
Yeah.
So if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. Because again, it's not going to break the deck, but it's just like a good card for that generic deck, or for that deck.
It's good at the support it gives.
Yeah.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Okay, I'd agree.
All right, moving on.
Knightmon.
Here we go.
I'm so stoked.
All right, read them out. Let's see.
So he's 4 to Evo on top of black or yellow, which does suck. 7 play cost, which is relevant for his effects. He has blocker, which is really cool. On play / when digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for each of your Digimon for the turn. That is lit. And then he is a yellow warrior, which is extremely relevant. And then his inheritable is all turns once per turn. When another Digimon attack, you may play 1 black or yellow level 3 Digimon from your hand without paying the play cost. So you get their own plays. Yep. This card, in my opinion, is a 5 out of 5. Like, this card is...
Of course.
This card is so amazing for LordKnightmon. It's also
it is.
It's also good for, I guess, Chessmon or whatever that deck is. But LordKnightmon can play this for free, and then you Evo on top of it, and then on your opponent's turn, when they attack with something, you can play a rookie from the Knightmon inheritable. So like you can play a Starmons or something on your opponent's turn and interact with them. And between that and Blast Evos, like you have like multiple points of interaction against someone playing LordKnightmon. Because, like, let's say they swing into something. You can, if you have a level 4, you can blast Evo and also play a rookie off this and then block with him. So, like, you can reduce their DP and then just block and be like, LOL, you die.
So imagine you get when your opponent attacks effects first, you play Starmon. Starmon comes out and negs DP, and then you have a level 4 out on the board. So you're like, all right, Magna Blast Evo. That's another neg 6. So you're negging 9 on one body. And Knightmon's a beefy boy. He's 7k, and you just block the attack. It's really fun. Like, I was really loving when we were doing some playtesting. That card was genuinely a pain to deal with.
He's very good.
Every turn I was swinging, and you were just like, all right, effect, play this, Codymon search. Like, it was really good.
Yeah, and then back when it gets to your turn again, you swing with your LordKnightmon, and then this guy sitting on the field and he's something else will let you spawn 2 bodies off the LordKnightmon swing.
How many rookies do you have to play in that deck?
I have 14 in my list, and that feels like enough. I don't really seem to run out of them very often, except for like super late game.
Yeah,
I could agree with you, Sean. This card is definitely like a 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 area target. It does a lot for LordKnightmon. I mean, the only problem you've probably already seen it through your playtesting is pacing. It might not be able to like keep up with some of the faster decks.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Venusmon exists. That was one of the cards he would Evo on top of it. He'd LordKnightmon swing, spawn the Knightmon out, and then Venusmon on top of it. So just like, okay, I guess I do nothing for the turn, and then the next turn you can spawn out 2 more bodies.
It's definitely a good card, and I'm afraid that if they keep printing good level 5s like this, we're never going to get LordKnightmon X antibody. They're going to be too afraid to make it too strong.
Yeah.
Man, based on how Lugumon is, which obviously we'll talk about that later, I don't think they're afraid of making stuff too strong anymore.
All right, so I give it about a 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. It's definitely reaching that range. It's a very good card. And the art, I love the art on it as well.
Yeah, he's bulky.
So I'm going to go with a 4 as it is right now, with the potential to be a 5 if we get a good new LordKnightmon top end. Like, if we get my new speculated LordKnightmon X, like I told Sean, just give it Alliance.
It'd have to be green.
No, it wouldn't.
Lugumon has Alliance. It's pure purple. It does not have to be green.
It's a joke. I've been trolling Brandon with it.
Oh, okay.
So, just give LordKnightmon X the ability to unsuspend itself and then have it have Alliance. And then boom. Like, that deck's easy, like top tier.
Alright, let's go to the next card.
Morphmon.
Who asked for this?
Read it, Sean. What's it do?
This. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Eosmon and 1 Manoa Bellucci among them to your hand, place the rest of the bottom of your deck. Then by placing this card under one of your Eosmon, you may play 1 Manoa Bellucci from your hand without paying the cost. That's actually pretty good. This is the first time I'm reading this card.
Same.
The inheritable is your turn once per turn. When another Eosmon is played, this Digimon may Digivolve into an Eosmon from your hand, reducing the Digivolution cost by 3. That's actually pretty good because it turbos into your level 6.
Okay,
that's already better than the level 4 I think that deck has.
Okay.
Where if you play it, you get to play a tamer, but then your opponent gets to play a tamer.
No, you guys stop.
So bad.
Stop. You guys are talking yourself into this card. Okay, no. This card's no good because guess what you have to play it in?
Eosmon.
You're not going to play Eosmon. So, that deck is bad. You have to play like 30 Eosmons. Okay, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to draw your first 5 cards. It's going to be all Eosmons. You're going to mulligan, and you're going to draw into 5 Eosmons again. Yeah. Okay? Don't talk yourself into this. Yes. If this card was printed for any other deck, imagine this is an Agumon. It would be the most broken card. But they gave this card such a good effect.
Stupid broken if it were a Greymon card or an Agumon.
This card is so good because of the fact it's in a deck that's absolute garbage.
Yeah, Garbo.
Who voted for this card? Okay, Dan, I'm looking at you. You didn't vote for this, okay? No one wanted this. No one asked for this. You printed a
same
card
people-
for an archetype
You
that's
know-
been dead since it came out.
It was never
Yeah.
alive. It was dead on
Exactly.
arrival.
This is.
I think
what
your
I
cousin
wanna
voted
do.
for this. He's played
My
Eosmon a
rankings
couple of
are
times at
one.
locals.
One.
This card would have been good if it came out with Eosmon.
Yeah, in BT6. Yes.
Yes.
like
I'd have been like, wow, you can play your tamer for free? That's crazy.
yeah. You mean my opponent doesn't also get to play a tamer for free? Crazy.
Nope.
I hope someone makes me eat my words and like brings this and Dougie's
claps
on
you.
me. Yeah, just Dougie's on me.
Yeah,
Okay.
just stunts on. So I would say for the archetype, it's a 5 out of 5. But considering the archetype
Yes.
is crap, like you said,
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2.
it's
I'm not
I
gonna be
agree.
bad and give it a 1.
I'll give it.
You can't play this in anything else. You can,
Okay.
Brandon, you can't give this a 2. You can't play this in anything else.
Are you giving it a 1
that
just because of
logic-
how bad Eosmon is?
Yes.
I would
Chris,
say
by that logic,
I'm gonna
I have to give. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay, but I'm saying, Chris, by that logic, I have to give Shadramon a 1 because it can only be played in Perperial.
Actually,
And Imperialdramon,
you could-
Dougie's on that
you
deck.
could play the Shadramon in Imperial as well.
Yeah, you can play it in Imperialdramon.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it plays your level 3s. But I'm just saying.
and you can
Alright,
go on top
next
of Worm.
card.
Yeah,
Yeah, next card. Next card.
it's yeah okay.
The best of the 6.
All right.
Okay.
Rust Tyrannomon Ace, 7 play cost, 4 to Evo gross. Digivolve on top of level 5 with Tyranno name for 3. It is a counter
Thank
blast Evo because it's an Ace card. They all have this. It's when your Digimon may Digivolve into this card without playing the pay cost after your opponent has swung and resolved all of their effects. Then when Digivolving, suspend all of your opponent's Digimon with DP less or equal than this Digimon. This is a weird way to word that. I think that effect's really, really good. I think they probably were too scared to make this an on play as well, but I think it probably would have made this card actually like decent if it was on play.
Yeah, playable.
And then,
You could use it as like almost like a pseudo option card.
Yep.
And then all turns once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted in battle, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then of course it has Ace Overflow -4.
Yeah. So because this is the first time we're getting to an Ace card, do you guys want to go through what Aces actually like do, or
I mean, I kind of just said
We
what
just-
they do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
well,
said what they do.
I was more referring to like what the whole point of the Aces are.
Interactions on your opponent's turn,
Yeah, basically.
which are, yes, I'm very excited about adding interactions on your opponent's turn besides blocking.
Yeah. Or just gaining memory because they added a card to their hand. Looking at you, Gabumon.
Yeah.
So this card's gonna be
Still a Rust Tyrannomon, so 0.
It definitely.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 0 out of
definitely-
5 because it has the word rusty on it.
It definitely is probably the best Rust Tyrannomon we have now.
Not a
just
high
because-
bar.
No.
Not at all.
The problem with these cards, with Rust Tyrannomon cards, is they give them such high Digivolution costs because they're like, hey, all your Taigas reduce your Digivolution. Like that's Taiga's whole thing. It's just I reduce your Digivolution cost.
Yeah,
So, like,
other
you-
archetypes wish they had a tamer that did that.
Man, someone just slams a Cutemon on you, you just scoop.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Like I'll play it, of course, but you know, you're never gonna be able to blast Evo into this thing. I mean,
Probably not.
yeah. If your
it's-
opponent is foolish enough to swing in you with a really wide board, and you have a level 5 on the board, they're asking for it.
You know, it's possible that you might be able to sneak this on somebody because they don't pay attention to rusty cards and they just may have just never realized this was a card until you blast Evo into it.
What if you ran this card in some random deck like Imperialdramon, Like, you left your Pyildra on the field, and your opponent's thinking, okay, well, he's not going to be able to do anything with this turn.
That's actually a decent
Drops
thought.
the Rusty and stuns
Yeah,
their whole
This
board.
this might actually see more play in decks that aren't Rusty.
Or not Rusty.
That aren't Rusty, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
pretty-
I was thinking the same thing.
That's pretty nice because then they're swinging into your suspended Pyodramon thinking they're going to run it over, and they just slam into a 12k body and die.
Yeah. Also,
And they
assuming you don't
trash
have
the top
any,
guard of their
DP
security.
bonuses. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I think you guys are right. I think it'll be played, if it gets played at all, in other decks outside of Tyrannomon.
Yeah.
I'll still build it and give it a shot. But it's just like all the Tyrannomon cards are just all over the place. Like some are red, green, some are like just red, and they're just all over the place. So it's like the deck's a mess. There's no consistency with the deck. You got to play like 2 different Taigas, and you got to play like 3 of each of them. It's all over the place.
On top of that, like the Ace Overflow mechanic, it's really going to bite you in the butt. Every time you have an Ace level 6, like you're sitting there just waiting for your opponent to get 4 memory just for outing your stack. Because it doesn't have the word Greymon in it, so you don't have 4 layers of protection.
It's so funny just bouncing those cards to hand or stripping them as sources and just getting extra memory for free.
Yeah.
Moving on, that card sucks.
So
I'm going with a 3 for that one.
Yeah, I agree. 3 for mine as well.
My face
potentially
is covering this one.
maybe the second best card.
I would say
next to the Knightmon.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I think the Knightmon's probably the best card.
Well, of course you do.
I'm biased.
Yeah, I don't know what the Dark Knight does yet, so I'll hold judgment until we
It
see
has the
all
word
of them,
Darkknightmon on it. It's probably not that.
You're
bad.
right. Yeah.
All right, so sadly my face is covering this one.
That's fine.
Hold on, I can actually do something about this.
Are you just gonna disappear? No more Sean for the rest of the video?
No, I can just move my head around.
Or just put yourself right on top of Diaboromon's face.
Yeah, I'll just go. Where's dead center? You're not gonna tell me
yeah,
where
you had
dead
about right
center
there.
is?
Yeah, that's good.
No, I was talking to my computer, not you guys. Normally, a lot of things when you drag stuff, it'll like tell you when you're centered, but OBS is not one of them.
Oh.
All right. So, Diaboromon, 6 play cost. As all of you have noticed, Ace cards have really low play cost, and that's to balance them because of the Ace Overflow mechanic, and a lot of them have on play / when digivolving, although neither of these level 6s do.
Yeah.
No,
we don't get an on play.
That Diaboromon would have been good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We don't get an on play Ace until the Imperial, right?
Yeah, the Imperial that is right here. Yeah, that has an on play.
Yeah.
So it has the hand counter blast evo mechanic as all aces do. When digivolving / when attacking, you may play 1 Diaboromon token without paying the play cost. That's not once per turn, so if you evo into this on your turn, you can poop out 2 tokens, which is pretty nice. And then all turns, once per turn, when another Digimon is played by an effect, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 3 or less. For each Diaboromon you have in play, increase the maximum cost of the Digimon card you can delete with this effect by 2. And it has Ace Overflow -4. So this effect is never going to delete less than a 5 play cost because this is a Diaboromon.
Yep.
So if you, and this is also optional, which is really cool because you can poop out multiple tokens and wait until like you have a high enough play cost to pop something that you want to pop.
I think people may forget, or who weren't in the game when Diaboromon was still around, because it's been dead for a very long time.
Yeah, it hasn't been.
Those boards get wide.
Yeah.
They spawn out so many tokens, and I think I'm not going to say it's competitively viable because a lot of your like top end are white cards, like some of the decent ones. But like that deck can spawn out tokens like crazy. Like I remember getting multiple security checks with that promo Diaboromon because you just need a couple tokens out, and you could potentially clear out all of your opponent's security with it. The problem is some of the bottom end is still kind of wishy-washy. Like it's not very good. I mean, you could turbo, not even turbo. I don't even want to say turbo, but you can like Digivolve into your level 6s pretty fast. You got to play Errata. Errata's a really good card.
Yeah. Fortunately for the deck, Errata is not a once per turn.
Right.
Or not during your opponent's turn, I should say.
Fortunately for other people, it's not it's not all turns.
Yeah, it's not all turns. It's only during your turn. So Errata is balanced in the fact that you're not going to be able to spawn multiple tokens during your opponent's turn, which is good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely think this helps Diaboromon a lot. And I've seen it played in other decks. Because it's like you said, you can blow up, like, minimum, what level? Or
it's most likely going to pop a level
Yeah.
a 7 play cost, most likely.
Yeah, because you're going to spawn one and then attack with it, spawn another one, and then choose to use the deletion effect.
Well, if your opponent swings into you, you blast Evo into this, and it poops out a token, and it's immediately popping a 7 play cost. If you have at any point already had tokens on the field, it's probably going to pop a Mega.
Yeah.
Right.
And of course, we do have to remember that Diaboromon does have access to one of the weaker forms of protection, which is Decoy.
Yeah.
So you are still hard losing, and I mean hard losing, to blue, because they bounce.
Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow, yeah, DP reduction. But like, if you hit a Sarai, I'm sorry, you're screwed.
Yeah.
It just feels bad.
You can still block, though.
Yeah. The deck will be fun. Like, I'll probably give it a little test run for fun.
Yeah, just some locals fun.
It's still a very good card, and I'm glad to see that Diaboromon's still getting a little bit of support and love. I just wish they would have stuck to just maybe making it black, like all of the line, instead of like making some of them white, because it just
if
it
the
makes
EX
it to where.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Good.
I was just gonna say, it makes it to where if you want to play any of the white cards, you run the chance of missing them if you want to play like the training cards or Black Memory Boost.
If the EX1 Dia had been black, I don't think you'd have any issues, because like between that and this one and the promo, you don't need any other Dias.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 4.
I'm also gonna give it a 4. I don't think it's like a crazy card. I really wish it would have had one of the on play ones that like on play just spawn a token and then activate its effect. That'd been really cool.
I think that would have been really nice if they had done that.
So I say I would agree. It's a 4. It's a good card being held down by its own deck.
I would agree.
Yeah. If its deck was better, this card is easily a 5.
Yeah, like if Dia continues to get support, this could eventually be something that you just hate to see.
Yeah.
Also, the art is top tier.
Ooh, very good art.
I'm excited to see these in person. I'm assuming. Well, I guess I can't assume they'll be textured, but
I hope they are.
A girl can dream. All right.
All right. SkullKnightmon.
SkullKnightmon, 4 play cost. This is the first time I'm reading this card.
Same.
On deletion, it evos on top of purple or black level 3s for 3 memory. On deletion, you may play 1 tamer card with Nene or U in its name from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Then save. That's pretty strong. Okay. The inheritable is your turn while Digimon is level 5 or higher and has the Bog Army Twilight trait. The Digimon gets security attack +1.
Oh, okay.
I think this is probably really good support for that deck, because I think that's I think that's their main issue, is closing out games.
I think the fact that you can play the tamer off of this, because obviously, and the fact that they also, I could have saw Bandai making this a 5 cost, so it couldn't get played off the Pride Memory Boost.
But it's a 4.
Because that's right, but it's a 4 cost, like most of them are, so that's good. The fact that it costs 3 to Digivolve, that kind of sucks. But you get you're basically getting to play a tamer for free, and then the fact that you can save it
immediately
off of that immediately.
So it enables itself to save. Like, just like plays its tamer and then saves itself. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. That's really good.
Ooh,
I'm kind of not a fan of how. I honestly think this card's a little too good for that deck, but that deck.
I like this.
That deck does kind of suck right now, so I guess they needed this. Yeah, this is a really good card for that deck.
I'm surprised by this one.
Because they could stall you forever. It's dangerous when they get extra security checks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Knightmon is sneaky.
Yeah, it is
especially
very
since their
sneaky.
tamer just generically gives blocker and they spawn so many bodies.
Yeah,
Yep.
like that deck is really annoying to play against if you don't have access to piercing or something like that, because they can stall you basically forever if you can't pop Nene.
Not only that, I think because of the fact his name is SkullKnightmon, and I could be misremembering this. I've put together the deck multiple times. I've just never like brought it to locals.
We're
I
brave
do believe, yeah, we're brave enough. I do believe one of the other level 4s crosses, and one of the requirements is SkullKnightmon. So you could be. Oh no, it says level 5 specifically, right?
Yeah, it's be a level 5.
The inheritable.
I do not know.
No, that inheritable. On the screen, that one says.
Oh, when it's level 5 or higher, yes.
Okay.
And has the Bogger Army Twilight trait.
Right. Okay. So they did balance it. They balanced it by making it have to be a level 5, but because one of the level 4s, I believe, crosses with a SkullKnightmon card, and if your level 4's like swinging that early and saving, that'd be crazy.
This came out. The Knightmon deck came out in like what, BT10?
BT7.
Right?
It's been throughout like a couple sets, like 7 onwards. It's gotten like a slow amount of support.
Yeah, I think BT7 was the introduction to the archetype.
I really like this card for that archetype. That's really cool. Like I don't think it'd be like a top contender just because of this card, because you still have to play the SkullKnightmon cards. But I definitely think, like Sean says, it adds aggression to a deck that's whole idea was I'm going to spawn a bunch of little bodies, give them blocker, and then just kind of chip you away.
Yeah, see, I found the card, Chris, you were referring to. LordKnightmon, he is a BT10 card because he came out in the cross art.
The cross,
support. Yeah. So he has cross 2 with Knightmon and Deadly Axemon, or SkullKnightmon, which is him. Sorry, I had to make sure I specified that. And Deadly Axemon, and then he has the on-play Digivolve 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon.
And delete a play
Then
cost.
if you Digicross with 2 materials, delete something with a 5 play cost or less. And then when this Digimon would be deleted, all turns, by returning a level 4 or lower black card from this source to your hand, you can play SkullKnightmon or Deadly Axe from the sources without paying their cost.
Ooh, okay. Yep.
Yeah,
See,
so you could potentially Digicross with that SkullKnightmon to get into Deadly Axe, and then if the Deadly Axe would be deleted, you could play him back out, which is pretty good.
The deck does some like really cool things. I really like this. I might build this deck on the sim and give it a run. Like the deck definitely seems like it'd be fun.
I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. Like this is extremely good support for that deck.
All these arts are really good too. I like this one too.
They are.
I mean, when does the art in this game ever really miss? Like there's only a handful.
Gabumon cards.
Gabumon, Bond of whatever it was, friendship.
Hey, Agumon, Bond of Bravery was way worse, and we know it. So
really, for them to be giving us these cards just for buying a box, like nice on you, Bandai, and I can already see it opening the case. Every box that Brandon opens, he's gonna pull that green level 3.
Morphomon?
Yeah. Morphomon, yeah.
And probably some Rusties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I don't need any of those promos. I mean...
Yeah. I need 4 Shadramon, I need 4 Diaboromon Ace, I need 4 SkullKnightmon.
I need 4 Knightmon to start out with, and then I'll work my way out from there.
4 Knightmons.
All right.
Hopefully, hey guys, stay off the marketplace, don't buy them up, okay? Relax.
Yeah. Don't buy the pre-sales.
Okay, so we're starting with the
moving on to the actual set, although those cards are going to be cards you see before you actually look at any of the other cards. So
yes.
Starting off with Koromon. Your turn once per turn. When a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, draw 1 card.
Trash.
No, this is actually really good. It's very clearly Shine Greymon support.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for regular Greymon Tribal, bad.
Yeah, for Greymon Tribal, this is an actual worse Koromon from BT5.
Yes. Unfortunately, they've already printed the best Koromon, so any Koromon that comes out is going to get compared to that, and it's going to be hard to not want to run that one over any of them. I'm not going to take it away from this Koromon, because any card that again allows you to draw is going to be like inheritably a good card.
Yes.
Yep.
No pun intended.
Or if it just lets you do something like cheeky, like this next one, the blue one.
Well, I'll give the Koromon. I'll probably give it a 3 because it's about average.
Yeah.
The
3.
problem with this one is, unlike the BT5 one, your opponent can block and you don't get to draw.
Yes.
No draw.
Yeah. There are ways to keep their cards from getting checked.
My problem with it is unless you're playing with yellow, you're only ever drawing. You have a ceiling as to how many cards you could draw. You're drawing 5 cards. Because that's 5 cards being removed from security, assuming you don't have security check +1, because it's a once per turn.
Right.
Like, it has a ceiling to how much it's drawing, whereas with the BT5 Koromon, you get to draw irregardless of whether or not you actually get to their security.
That's actually a really good point, Brandon. I didn't even think about that. There is a hard cap on how many cards you'd actually draw.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah.
Because it's a
that actually affects
resource.
my rating.
Yeah, it's a finite resource. I'm honestly... I'm dropping it to a 2. It's a 2.
I am too. I was gonna give it a 3, but yes,
you're right.
You're only
I
ever.
didn't think about that either.
Yeah, maximum cards you draw off this would be 5, assuming you're not playing against yellow.
Against yellow. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, good
bad
job.
card is
Right,
bad.
it's the next one.
Excellent point. All right, that Koromon sucks. Anyway,
Let's get to a good baby. Pokemon.
Best Tama next to the purple one. The Lugamon.
Nah, dude, don't even get me started. I can't wait to talk about that one. Anyway,
Let's get to it. Let's go.
Bukamon, your turn. While your opponent has no Digimon with equal or more Digivolution cards than this Digimon gains jamming. So this includes when your opponent has no Digimon in play, the way it's worded. So
that is the important part.
Yeah,
there's the very important part.
There's no real way to play around this if you're playing against a stun Source Strip blue deck. They will get jamming on whatever is on top of this.
Or an X-Antibody deck, because you build so many cards with so many sources that it's hard to have a stack that has equal numbers to them.
Right.
Yeah.
This is actually a sleeper hit for my Melga deck. Because I can have X-Antibody sources stacked on top of each other, I'll have more sources than my opponent. And I can finally have jamming. I don't know if I'll still cut the blue plugin or the plugin high speed.
Anyways, yes, I cannot wait for the first time I swing into security. Fear, like no fear.
No fear.
I gotta swing into security.
Swing with a rookie because you have nothing in play.
Right, with my Korikakumon, with my level 3 Gomamon, with my Strabimon. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I just don't even care. It's gonna survive because it's got jamming.
Yeah,
it's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, 5, easy.
It turns everything into BT3Vmon.
Into BT3Vmon. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, it turns
easy
everything into a jamming. It's easy.
Yeah. Easy 5 out of 5 because so much of Blue's cards outside of Gabumon, well, I guess some Gabumon cards do it, are Source Strip.
Some of the old bad ones, they Source Strip. Level 5 or lower from the starter deck.
So this card, in my opinion, I think maybe starts to overtake the Upamon. Like, drawing cards is very good.
You mean Wanyamon?
Wanyamon did that.
Oh, Wanyamon.
Upamon's been power creep. People don't play that card anymore.
I'm sorry. The Wanyamon.
Yeah.
I think this card might start to replace it because as a blue already draws enough as it is.
Yep.
But you want to make sure your cards survive checks. You want to be able to keep that board presence, and that this card does that. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this card's potentially a little too good, but yes.
Now, am I wrong in saying that this might be one of, if not the first level 2 to give a keyword like that? Because I know the Miscmon gives reboot, right?
Yeah, Miscmon gives reboot.
I don't know. Yeah, I think the newer Miscmon gives them reboot.
A few sets ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Commandramon card gives reboot.
There's probably a few cards that do keywords, but you're asking me. Yeah. You give me a pop quiz too early in the morning.
You didn't study?
Yeah, you can study for this test that I didn't tell you I was going to give you.
Yeah. All right, so what are your guys' ratings?
I think it's 5. I think it's definitely a 5, but
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the best generic blue level 2 going forward.
Probably, yeah. Moving on to Tokomon. Your turn once per turn. When a card is added to your security stack, draw 1. This
very good for the vaccine deck.
This is extremely good. For
I think yellow in general.
most yellow decks. It's good for security control because I think it's probably better than Viximon for them because most of their option cards are gonna recover.
Yeah. Tactical retreat, all that good stuff.
And I personally, if I played security control, which I do from time to time, I'd rather recover, because you recover more often than you delete one of your opponent's Digimon, because a lot of people won't leave stuff in play until they try to kill you. So like, this will let you draw cards when you're just recovering.
Yeah.
Does this make TK? Does this make TK like a +2, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're adding a card to the security.
Yeah, it makes TK +2. Both TKs.
I love this card.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The other TK is just a +1, but this BT1 TK, yeah, it's +2.
Yeah, like, I love this card.
Anytime a card is added to security.
Yeah.
As long as it's during your turn, of course.
So the best tamer from BT1 is just getting better.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say this is a 4 for me.
I give it a 4. Yeah.
I
think its requirements are a little bit harder to meet than like something like the Bukamon.
Yeah. I was gonna say the only thing keeping it from being a level 5 from being a 5 rating,
the fact that it's level 2
only during your turn. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it only being turns. Which I feel like it could have been all turns because like who cares? But I get it. They don't want to make things too strong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can just get like a random draw 1 if your opponent hits like Chaos Degradation out of security or some crap.
It's only added
not Chaos Degradation. It's
Holy Wave.
Probably like something like Holy Wave. Tactical Retreat? No, that adds to hand.
No, Tactical Retreat recovers as well. Tactical Retreat and Holy Wave do the same thing in security.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's a really good card.
Yeah.
Moving on to whatever this is.
I haven't even read it.
I haven't either. Tyrannomon, your turn once per turn. When one of your effects suspends a tamer, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP for the turn.
I'm giving it a 2. Do we even have to talk about this one?
Not really. So this will include the tamer effect itself, but who cares? You don't really need DP that much in green.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
who's playing this?
I think
maybe something in the set will like help it, but no.
I can't imagine you playing this over one of your other Tamas that like draws cards or something.
Yeah. Heck, even Argomon just to get an extra memory at the start of your turn.
Yeah, I think this is.
That's a miss.
Yeah, this is. I would say this is like. I'll give it a 2.
The only reason why I'm giving it a 2 out of 5 and not a 1 is because it's 2,000 DP. Like at least it's not something like 1,000.
Yeah, if it were 1,000, it would be a 1. But yeah,
I'm giving it a 2. I'm giving it 1 rating for each 1,000 DP it gives. So
I'm gonna give it a 1 because I know when we open this case, this is gonna be the box topper I get most often.
Facts.
Okay.
Yep.
Facts. Yep.
Preemptively giving it a 1. I understand.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I'm already salty that it exists.
Misc, I did not realize this was in the set. When attacking once per turn by returning 3 cards with the De-Brigade Digiplease trait from your trash to the top of your deck, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP for the turn.
Okay, so already, yeah, okay, so now I know neither one of you play Commandermon.
No, I know that this card's really good.
Here's the good thing about this card, and now everyone's gonna be typing up in the comments.
It's optional.
You gave Tyrannomon a 2 out of 5, and it gives the same DP as
this one.
No, this one sets up other things. This is very good.
Up the deck. This sets up the deck because so many of Commandermon's effects are from the top of the deck. You're wanting to be able to take those Commandermon that died valiantly in battle serving your country back to the top of your deck so you can then trigger off your other effects to guess what? Reveal. I'm playing all of them.
Okay, yeah, that's broken.
This is really good. All of their effects that play off the top of the deck are going to be buffed by this.
The 2,000 DP is irrelevant. It's a nice little bonus. Don't wrong. It's 2,000 DP.
Yeah,
so that's
even if it didn't give you DP, if it just let you do that just to do it, I think it'd still be good.
Yes.
Yeah,
I can already see it now. Shout out to Josh. He's gonna miss this effect 10 out of 10 times.
He's gonna just forget about it.
Remember this. Yeah, he'll never remember to trigger this.
Yeah, this is optional, so this is not something you'd have to remind your opponent about.
Yeah. I will give this a 4 out of 5. It's good. It's not crazy, but it helps the deck and sets The problem. You know what? I might drop this to a 3. It's a good card, but the reason why I want to drop it is because this is such a mid to late game card. You're not going to get this trigger off a whole lot early game. But with Commandramon, I'm not too worried about that because the whole idea is to swarm with small bodies and then just swing with them.
Just play Analog Youth.
Yeah, well, Analog will help speed it up. I'm gonna drop it to a 3 because I feel like it's a little late game-ish.
I'm sticking with a 4 just because not only does it set up your cards, but that extra 2000 DP could potentially come in handy. You never know.
All right, you didn't have to talk me out of it, Brandon. Back up to a 4.
I was also going to give it a 4, and I thought it was funny that the only Commandramon player here is going to give it a 3.
Gonna lower it?
No. I was going to drop it and then have you guys both give your ratings, which would have been above it, and then be like,
Okay.
Oh, so it was all planned, of course.
It was planned.
Yeah, I would give that a 4. That's a very good card for that deck.
So, Sean, start us off with this next one.
All right, so moving on to this
can't be that card.
Bowmon, your turn, not once per turn. When a Digimon card with a dark animal / SOC trait is trashed from your hand, this Digimon may Digivolve into that card. This is not once per turn. This card is super duper broken, and this is the card I think should get banned to hit Lugumon deck, because this is the best card in the deck, and you don't even have to draw it. It's just there at the beginning of the game. It's like the card in your extra deck in Yu-Gi-Oh!
The one guy who plays like 5 Tamas, and he's always hatching his other Tama.
Dude, if you play 5 Tamas in Lugumon, you deserve to hatch the 5th Tama every single time, because this is the best card in the deck. You cannot change my mind. Fight me in the comments if you want. This card needs to go.
The best card in the set.
I think. I don't know about the set yet because I haven't read all the cards in the set, but this is the best card in that deck. And I think
best Tama.
No, this is the best card. Oh yeah, best Tama in the set for sure, by a lot.
Yeah, easy.
Like my rating on this is a 6 out of 5 because of how broken it is.
So, to explain, we'll get to this a little later because we're still going to go through the Lugumon cards as we go. We play tested this, me and Sean, and Sean could not post the gameplay because A, I was fumbling my way through the deck because it was the first time I ever played it, and B, because it wasn't competitive. This card allowed me to promote a level 3, end my turn with a level 6 with 3 extra bodies on the board, and I had Alliance and 2 cards that had Rush. And if you know, Alliance is not a once per turn. We learned that. So yes. It's absolutely insane what this Tama enables the deck to do. Because we're going to get into it more once we see the level 3 for Lugumon. But oh my god, this deck is explosive, and this card is like the trigger to your explosive.
This is the enabler of the entire, like, how quick the deck is. Like, this card is broken. Like, actually broken.
So many of your cards in the Lugumon deck have either when Digivolving or when attacking effects to ditch a card from hand. So you're essentially able to just Evo climb insanely easy. Mm-hmm. Like, it's actually legitimately broken.
Yeah.
Because what are you supposed to do against it?
Yeah, I am not a fan of this card. This card's a 6 out of 5. This card was a mistake. Bandai, you done goofed. If this card was even once per turn, if they just made it once per turn, it would have been really good, but still balanced. But the fact that it's not once per turn, this card's broken.
Okay, but Sean, look at him. All right, he is a good boy. He's the goodest of boys.
A pretty cute card.
It's upsetting how cute he is because I hate this card already.
Because you want to be mad at it?
It's a nice card.
All right, anyways.
It's 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5.
Mine's a 6 out of 5. I legit think that card is a broken level status and it breaks the scale. It's 6 out of 5.
Yeah.
All right,
moving on to this guy.
Agumon.
Evo's on top of Koromon for 0, which is nice because you can play... If you want to play a Black Horomon, you can.
Really bad.
Starting your main phase, if you have a tamer with Taikami in its name, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Greymon from your hand without paying the cost. That's a pretty okay effect.
Generically good. Yeah, generically good.
Your turn, inheritable. While this Digimon has Greymon / Omnimon in its name, it gets 2000 DP. So this is basically just power creeped promo Agumon, like the original promo that gives you plus 2k if you have Greymon in name and no like other effect. The only difference between the two is the 2000 DP versus 1k.
Yeah, so
I have
a huge issue with this card.
How many Agumons are on it?
No, it's the fact that it cannot evo into any Greymon X.
Yeah, it cannot.
It's hard confirmed it has to be Greymon, period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a Greymon, it's essentially got no effect.
Okay, here's another thing I'll give you, right? Okay. Any Agumon or Agumon line card or Gabumon line card, anything like that, right? They have to automatically compete with the cards we already have.
Yep.
And this card just screams, "Hey, I don't search the top cards of your deck to pick you out a piece that you're going to need for later."
Yeah.
And not only that, like the 2000 DP is neat, but at this point with like where Greymon cards are, you're wanting to pick out your pieces, and you're already going to be so massive. That extra 2000 DP from him is not going to matter.
Not to mention, we already have a generically better Agumon that gives 1000 DP, but it's also all turns, and he's a searcher on play.
Exactly. Like this card does not say on play search the top 3 cards of your deck for your Greymon. So I'm like, I already don't want to play it.
That's my biggest issue with him is he's not a searcher.
I could see this like maybe if Bond was still okay, like this would be a better card because then you could like Digivolve into that security check +1 Greymon and then like check, swing for what 7k for 2 checks.
7k.
Yeah, okay, that got that back in the day. Yeah,
I think this card would have been good for then.
This reads like Bond support, honestly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
The only thing that it's missing is giving Agumon in name DP.
Yeah, it was just missing that one effect that would make me like it would be confirmed that this is clearly Bond support. But this is indirect Bond support. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish with this card because it's kind of like the Patamon except for worse by like a wide margin.
Yeah, by a wide margin.
Because this is very, very archetype specific, whereas the Patamon is not. This is like a 2.
I was also gonna hit a 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Opportunity cost of putting this in your deck over other Agumons is just not good.
Yeah, right. It's not worth it. Easy 2.
All right, moving on. Gizamon. Inheritables when attacking once per turn. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less.
I think this is going to be okay in specifically pre-release tournament. This is going to be that card where you can put it in your pre-release deck and run it for that tournament, but it's never going to play outside of that.
Yeah, this would have been good. What set are we on? BT14. This would have been good 15 sets ago.
I'll say this. If you're playing some kind of random red deck that maybe isn't like Agumon specific.
I mean, maybe in like a
your locals deck. And your locals,
but you're
not
a Gabumon in Gabumon.
Well, you're not going to play anything like a Gabumon.
No.
The old Gallantmon support, it increased your DP deletion effects.
No, dude, you would never run something not named Gilmon as a rookie in Gallant.
And he's a sea animal. If you're running like a random red deck that isn't like archetype specific for some reason, like I don't even know what you play this in. It's a sea animal, so I don't know.
I mean, it clears floodgates, which is okay.
That's what I was gonna
true.
say.
It does pop floodgates for free, which is nice. That's actually a good point.
You're playing like a random red deck that isn't archetype specific, like you have to play these cards, and your locals is just
not competitive.
Yeah, Cutemons everywhere, or Bokomons everywhere, or like.
So if your locals is playing the BT14 format, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I guess.
Like Crimson
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna give it.
It's between a 2 and a 3.
Yeah, I want to give it a 2 I'm gonna go 2 because it's a sea animal. I just don't know what you would play this in. Like you can't even play this in like something like Diaboromon, right? Like where you get to like
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
right? Like if you could like put it under it.
I think
So-
as we continue to get like vaccine / virus / like that kind of archetype specific support,
Right.
yeah, like attributes, I think this potentially could go in a deck down the road and be pretty good because the effect is actually really good as far as like popping like those rookies. But he just wouldn't be played in a deck because he doesn't fit any archetype and everything's archetypes based now.
Right, exactly. That's like it's good. Again, if floodgates are like running rampant at your locals, this card's great. This card's a very good card.
If you're
any
able to
card that
cut
hits
other
on those
things.
cards, again, and again, they made this a level 3, so very good, right?
Mhm.
It's just like at least give it like an on play or something like that, or give it more DP. You know, give me a reason to play this card.
Yeah, if he had an
Outside
on
of
play
its
that did
inheritable.
something, I think he would probably be like a 3 or a 4. Like maybe his on play was the exact same effect. That'd actually be
That'd
pretty
be
good.
Yeah.
I think I'd give him a hard 4 if
Yeah, I'd
his
vibe
on
with
play's the
that.
same.
So I'm gonna give it a 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 2. 3 if you see it in pre-release, just because it can clear like anybody who wants to rookie rush.
No, this
you
is a
in
4 in
pre-release.
pre-release, dude. This is a really good card in pre-release. And it's a common.
Yeah,
Prepare
I can
yourself.
deal with that. Yeah, I can deal with that.
Prepare for trouble and make it double.
Gatsumon.
So I actually just read this morning when I was just scrolling through the set.
Yeah,
I did
Gatsumon
not.
is another very, very good floodgate.
I did not realize we got this. So all turns, players can't play Digimon by effects. That means green, yellow, and red now have this same rookie that stops this. This is very, very good, especially for next format, because Lupin, that's what they do.
Yep.
The issue is this guy is a rookie data rock, so he doesn't fit in like any archetype that I'm aware of.
Hell, I'm still putting him in red hybrid over my Solarmons now.
Solars. Oh,
Just
now
'cause
you'll have max ready red hybrid then if you cut that. You cut the Solar.
No, because I don't have the gravity crushes.
Oh yeah, you got to do
Yeah,
that.
and I gotta wait for the limited pack Atomic Inferno foil.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't have it in English, I would not consider it.
Yeah, I didn't check what those are for.
I think this is a very good card. Definitely, it's a floodgate. So it's gonna be like a 4 out of 5 for me.
Yeah.
Any card that prevents your opponents from doing something is gonna be a very good card.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sean said, the problem is it doesn't fit anywhere, and I think that's kind of
Intentional.
that's their way of balancing these cards. Is like if say for example, Sean or Brandon, they gave us an Agumon or a Gabumon that did exactly this.
Yeah,
It's
that'd
broken.
be busted.
It's because of their line.
Do
Their specific line is
Do
crazy.
it, Bandai. Don't be afraid.
Like imagine you had this on the board and it stalled your opponent out for a turn or two, and then you went Agu X on top of it, and then just went from there. You know, it's crazy.
I'm really
The ability
enjoying
to
this. Keep
also-
going.
Yeah, the ability to also turn it off during your turn just by evoing into like an
Right.
Audio X, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
although you don't play
that's their
Digimon by
way.
effects in Greymon Tribal, but yeah, it's the ability to turn it
their
off
w-
in general.
Their way of balancing these cards, which is great. Like floodgates is, I think we've talked about this before.
Yes.
Is they're all low levels. They're all level 3s.
Most of them, yeah.
They have low DP 2000, so again, that Gazumon could kill this.
Mhm.
And then they don't fit in any archetypes.
Nope.
So
Yeah, we do have a
that's
few
their way
like,
of balancing them.
floodgates, but
There's
Right.
some of the yellow and red ones are vaccine, which if we continue to get like
fit in the
vaccine support,
deck. Yep.
they
Very
would
good.
eventually fit in those. But yeah, this is a 4 out of 5. I think this is a really good card.
Yeah, I'm going with 4 or 5 as well. The artwork is also so dang cute. When he's just holding that rock up.
Yeah, we can go through this one pretty fast. Jamming.
Jamming
Okay,
on
cool.
rookie. Level 4.
2.
This would have been good 13 sets ago. This would have been good in like BT or this would have been good in like 1.5 format probably.
So
But
I
Omni4Game XVmon, it has jamming and it gets played in Imperialdramon. The rest of that deck is crazy because I'm gonna swing at you with my XVmon, and then I'm gonna play a Stingmon. I'm gonna DNA Digivolve into Imperialdramon, and then I'm gonna
No,
attack
he has
you again.
jamming.
If this gave
And he has
jamming as an inheritable like the XVmon did and
Yes.
fit in an archetype, it would be good. I mean, I guess this fits in bird.deck archetype, but that deck's not a real deck.
No.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure that deck specifically searches for data types, which I think that is a data type, right?
I think it does. I think it's
you.
vaccine actually.
Is it? Yeah, I think you're right.
Because you can play it in Shine and they're all vaccines. So yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I take it back. I'm dropping this to a 1.
Yeah, this is a 1.
This is way too far or like behind.
This is good for pre-release, but
4s.
other than that, you would not put this in a deck.
Yeah, didn't every color get a generic level 4 with jamming? Like already?
Yeah, we already have this card. It just is something else.
I think it just has a lower play cost. So yeah, 1.
We can do the same thing with this one too.
Yeah,
I'll give this a 2. I'll give this a 2 only because its play cost is so low. And it's a blocker, I guess, but I'm never going to be playing this in anything, so.
I will also give this a 2, so this is just blocker, that's it. It can be played, if you desire, you can play this in Diaboromon.
Yes.
But that's the only reason, like that and the play cost are why it's a 2. Otherwise, yeah, we already have this card. We've had this card, it doesn't get played.
Yeah.
This is only good for pre-release.
Yeah. I mean, just having a generic blocker in pre-release is very good.
Most of the time. Moving on to this card.
The Greymon.
Digivolves for 2 with level 3 with Agumon in name. When attacking, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP for the turn. Then if you have a tamer with Taikami in its name, gain 1 memory. And then the inheritable is the same as the Agu, plus 2k if you have Greymon or Omnimon, but only on your turn.
As well. Okay.
This also reads like Agumon support.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I can think of that's not where you can play this in Greymon Tribal is if you tuck X antibody underneath this card, swing with it, get the DP and the memory, and then Evo into Metal X with the X anti effect.
Right.
But even then,
that's still not good.
Yeah, that's like not super awesome. I mean, I guess
you're skipping out on your protection.
Yeah, like you miss out on your Greymon X Evo to protect this card. I guess you could Evo into Greymon X off the X antibody.
Yeah, I'm
swing at something for what would you be like 10 or 11k? I guess with the Agumon. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say straight off the rip, this is a 2.
Hold on 1 second. Let me crunch the numbers. Plus 4.
Crunch the numbers while we talk about it.
6. You could swing regardless of what your Digitama was. You could swing with this guy, Evo into the Greymon X. And you'd be swinging for 12k if you have the Agumon underneath it.
It's still bad.
A level 4 for 12k.
That's still bad.
So if you promote this Agumon, Evo into this Greymon for free with his effects, tuck X Annie and then swing and Evo into Grey X, you would be swinging for a 12k level 4 for a net 1 memory gain.
All right, so I'm going to put us in Brandon's perfect world when he tells me scenarios. Okay, so this is how this turn is going to go. I've already got the Taikamiya, the Bond one, right? I already got him on the board. Yeah. And I flipped Koromon. No, Koromon and Agumon have already been done. I'm going to promote my Digivolve for free. Okay, I'm going to gain the memory off the Taikamiya for promoting. Mm-hmm. I'm going to draw. And then I'm going to Digivolve and I'm going to gain the memory off that Greymon too. So, again, we're gaining 2 memory, and I've drawn, 2 cards now? And then I'm going to swing for 1 security check for 12k. I am then going to pass turn. My opponent's going to attack me for game because that's how bad this card is. I wouldn't want to play this over any of the other Greymons. You going to play this over security check plus 1 Greymon? No. You're going to play this? You're going to play this over Greymon X antibody?
I'm saying if you were so inclined, but...
No. You're not playing this.
Your defense is admirable.
I think
Sean, this goes against literally your entire play style. You build in your raising area, and then promote and do all this. Okay.
I'm just saying it's a cool interaction. I don't intend on playing this card.
It's still a 2.
2.
I would say it's
not a 1 is because it has Greymon in the name.
Yeah, if this were just another card that did this, it would be a 1, and we would laugh at it.
Again, the 2000 DP is only for our turn.
If both of these effects were all turns, like the Agumon and the Greymon, and this one attacking effect, that'd actually be decent.
Yes, it would be good because then I don't have the fear of them literally attacking over it the following turn.
Yeah.
Like, then I'm like, okay, this is a good card. Like, this is cool.
Yeah,
like,
my level 5 has an extra 4k DP. I'm chilling.
Yeah, 6 if you include this one attacking effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a 2. Moving on.
Okay.
This card's probably
Alright.
bad.
Tyrannomon.
Start of your
5 out
main
of-
phase until the end of
5
the
out of
turn.
5.
When this Digimon would Digivolve into a card with Tyrannomon in its name or the Dinosaur Seriotopsin trait, reduce the cost by 1. This is only start of your main phase. Oh, okay, until the end of your turn. So you can't hard play this guy and then do it. Whatever.
No.
Or Evo into him, I guess, and then do it.
You have to promote him from the raising area, basically.
Basically, yeah. End of your turn, once per turn inheritable. If this Digimon has Tyrannomon in its name or the Dinosaur Seriotopsian trait, it may attack.
Okay. So, again, as a Tyrannomon player, I love this card. But again, they keep doing this to us because they're too afraid to make these cards too good. It costs 3 to Digivolve.
Reduces by 1.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like you said, you want to promote the you
so
want to
you're
promote
in the
this
raising
thing up.
area. It's kind of counterproductive.
Right. Exactly. So, and again, it's the start of the main phase. I mean, you can't build in the raising area.
Why not?
And then they
Because they're super expensive.
They're all super
It's
expensive.
a level 4 though. It's just a level 4.
Then you have to Evo into the level 5 that costs
Just
4.
make it a 2. Yeah, exactly. But guess what? You get to reduce it by 1, and then guess what? They're like, but guys, we gave them an end of turn. We gave them an end of turn attack.
Let you attack with your Rusty.
Yeah. So for the start of your turn, for probably 1 security check, and maybe I attack your Digimon too. So maybe I'm also going to try, because it depends on which Tyrannomon cards you have. Because I think the level 4 Tyrannomon's the one that gives piercing. I could be wrong. So you're not going to be getting piercing.
The level 5 from BT14, I think, trashes a security card.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so your Ace Tyrannomon, which we're also getting, would also trash.
One.
And it suspends all your opponent's Digimon when you Evo into it. So, I mean, you could potentially run over something. Does one of the Taigas give you piercing? I thought it did.
Yeah, doesn't the original Taiga give you piercing?
Maybe.
You reduce by tapping, and then it just gives all Tyrannos piercing?
Yeah, I think it gives all Tyrannomons piercing.
So you're trashing 2, checking 1.
I will say...
It's not bad.
It's not bad. I like it. I mean, I would definitely play 4 of it. Because anything that's going to help reduce the play or the Digivolution cost is nice. And the end of turn attack is really nice because, again, that's another big problem with this archetype is when you Digivolved into your level 6, your turn usually ended. Yeah, so at least now we're getting to attack. So I love this card. It's like a 4 out of 5 for me. I wish its Digivolution cost was 2 instead of 3, but because they gave us Taigas who reduces Digivolution cost, they can't do that.
I will say, having the training cards is going to definitely help out this deck. Just generically. Because you just play green training cards.
Yeah.
And then you get access to all of the stuff you need.
That's true.
We'll slowly but surely get there.
It's funny that they keep printing cards that reduce the Evo cost for Tyranno when they could just print cheaper Evo cost cards.
Cheaper Evo.
Yes. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Sean. Like, that's just... You don't have to do that. You can literally just take that wording off and then reduce that Digivolution cost by 2.
Change the number to 2.
Just change it to 2.
Yeah, this card being a 3 to Evo just seems bad.
Yeah,
Seems bad.
It does. I'm still going to give it a 4.
Yeah,
because you're upping the cope.
The start of main phase, because I'm assuming they made it a 3 cost because they're like, oh, but the Taigas can reduce it. But the start of main phase keeps you from warping up into a stack out of nowhere on somebody because you won't get this effect of the Evo.
I'm gonna give you 4 to 5 memory to pass turn to go into the Rusty but it's got the end of turn attack.
Yay.
Yay. I'm gonna make this declaration now. Tyrannomon will be better will win some kind of event before we ever get LordKnightmon X.
That's a bold statement.
I will take that bet.
Okay.
Anyways, moving on to Metal Greymon Ace, which unfortunately is probably the objectively worst Ace in the set.
Worst Ace printed so far. I would rather play War Gray Ace than that. At least War Gray Ace can swing at security twice.
I mean,
I would rather
its play cost. Its play cost is okay.
Yeah, so it's 4 play cost, which I think most of the level 5 aces are. It has the hand counter blast evo effect, which all aces do. On play / win digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less.
That's it.
Yeah, this effect is, it also evos on top of anything with Greymon in name for 3 memory, so it's not color specific. The sad thing is this card is kind of cool because it's more interaction on your opponent's turn. The bad part is you probably would never play this over other Metal Greymons in this archetype. So like it being a Metal Greymon card, I think actually makes it a little worse.
I also just don't see how this fits into the Agumon and Greymon we got.
It doesn't.
Like in this set, it doesn't fit into
suddenly
it.
deletion,
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit with the Agumon and Greymon they're giving us in this specific set.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is another reason or another way to show that those other 2 cards are for Bond.
Yeah,
Because this card does nothing for the only 2 cards that come in it. It's weird. It's not a very good card. I'm never gonna play this card. Art's cool. I absolutely love this artwork. It's adorable.
And the English exclusive alt art is sick.
It's actually I lied. This is terrifying. That metal Greymon's about to land on that Agumon and that Koromon.
Oh yeah,
Just crush him.
he's coming for
They're
him.
dead. Those guys are dead. So I'm gonna give this a 2. I agree. It's probably the worst ace card. It doesn't fit the 2 cards that come in this set.
Yeah.
I think that's. I mean, and it's an overflow 3. So
Yeah.
The best part about
lose
this
to
card, the best part about this card is this alt art right here.
I think that
is
looks good.
genuinely a beautiful alt art.
Yeah, that's 10 out of 10 alt art.
Yeah, this card will be good for pre-release. So until people are extremely familiar with how the BT14 format works, you're going to be able to blast Evo them into oblivion because they're never going to think to play around it.
Yeah.
Right.
I think if they had made this 8,000 DP or less, this probably would be this probably would have been playable.
Well, the problem is they printed another ace card that does what this card does, but better in this set.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we'll get to it when we get to it, but it does what this card does, but better.
Yeah, they should have made this higher DP.
If they could have deleted 8,000 DP, that would have been crazy, because then at least then you could play it for 4 and delete your opponent's level 5s, so they couldn't blast Evo.
Exactly.
I think the way to make this better is by making it to where you can delete multiple targets on the board up to that play cost.
Oh yeah, that also would have been good. If it was like
add
up to 8,000 DP or less, this actually would have been played for sure.
Yeah, because then you could pop out multiple of the floodgates.
Yeah.
This card targets 1 card.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bad.
Sad.
It's a 2.
Yeah, it's a 2. Don't play that card. Moving on. Megadramon, inheritable when attacking once per turn. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less.
So that's just Machinedramon to support,
It's
right?
Machinedramon support that they're probably not going to play because
Yeah, we're not going to play this card.
opportunity cost. This card's not good enough to replace the cards that they already have.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 2.
I'll give it a 2 as well.
It's really good for pre-release. That's about it.
Yeah, it'll be pretty solid for pre-release.
It's another cyborg card for Machinedramon, but at this point, we've already got a really good lineup. We wouldn't play this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Triceramon.
Why? It's a level
This has
5.
raid.
Yeah, a level 5 that has raid. That evos for 2, which is actually pretty solid.
Yeah,
But
that's very good.
raid only allows you to switch the attack target to your opponent's highest DP. And this guy has 7. What are you swinging over with this guy? Why does he have raid?
Sean, what are you talking about? I'm gonna attack into my opponent's suspended not even suspended. I'm sorry, unsuspended Korikakumon, and then they're gonna blast it onto the Zudomon and kill my stack. So that's what that's for, right?
No,
Yeah.
you're not seeing the ceiling of this card. All right.
There
the
isn't
ceiling
one.
of this card is you have to put.
I tripped over the ceiling of this card walking into my office.
You put X antibody underneath him. Swing with it.
2.
Raid. and then you Evo into like War Greymon X or something.
Okay, 2. I give it a 2.
It's a 2.
I give it a
It's a hard
1 just because of how raid works and the fact that he's only 7,000 DP. Like the only archetype he fits in is Diaboromon, and you would never play this card in that deck.
Yeah, you don't play it. Get it out of here.
Yeah, you're right, Sean. Give it a 1.
Yeah, that's a 1.
I'll give it a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2. 1 for each Digivolution cost.
All right, the cheap Evo.
That is true. It does have 2 to Evo. Anyways, Dinorexmon. When Digivolving, Blitz. That's never a bad thing.
Okay, that's pretty okay.
All turns, while your opponent has 1 or more memory, your opponent can't play Digimon with the DP of 6,000 or less, and this Digimon gets plus 4,000 DP. So,
sorry, what?
Okay.
So this is actually kind of crazy.
We found the LordKnightmon counter. I will play this every week, Sean. Just when you bring LordKnightmon, I will ask you before the tournament starts. What are you playing tonight, bud? Oh, LordKnightmon, Dinorexmon's coming out, baby.
So
he's got pre-release copies and everything.
So this would be good against LordKnightmon if we didn't have 8 copies of Knightmon, which all have 7,000 DP.
Right.
This guy's getting blown up, bro. Don't worry, he ain't staying on the field.
15K.
He is 15K until I spin the memory, and then he loses that 4K, so he just dies.
let me explain to you, okay? I think this is kind of what's wrong, and why these archetypes never get off the ground, and it's always the same archetypes that stay relevant. Look at the support that this card got in just this set. I'm just gonna focus on just this set.
Mm-hmm.
You got all cards with no inheritables.
Yes.
Look at.
You got the 2. You got the 2 to delete.
Is this
by
guy?
DP.
I mean,
I'm not. No, I don't even count this one.
Yeah,
right?
this doesn't really fit in with anything because it's a virus sea animal and he's data dinosaur.
So you get the blocker, and then you got the Digimon with raid because these are the 2 dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That go with this card.
Go back to that Dinorex and look at what's in his type.
I mean, he's X antibody, but like, how does that help?
Yeah,
my plan is already coming together. You raid with the other guy and X evolve into him.
Oh my god, Jesus.
Oh, that's awful.
Okay, yeah, that's so bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this guy a 3. I really like the effect.
I'll give it a 3.
Bad card.
The all turns effect is pretty good.
Agreed.
But
it's on a bad card.
It's on a terrible, terrible card that does not fit in any archetype.
Yeah.
Right.
You could play this in Dorbic, but why would you?
So the next card is Goldramon.
Yeah. Moving on, Goldramon. The artwork of this card is
Godramon.
Yeah, Godramon.
Fire.
Yeah.
Love this.
Very beautiful artwork. On play / when Digivolving. When would you ever play this card? But anyways, it's a 12 to hard play.
You can play it in the 4 Great Dragon deck.
Yeah, the 4 Great Dragons.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. That was smart of them because you could play it for free off that option. Sorry. Play 1 Amon of Crimson Flames token. It's a red Digimon with 6,000 DP and Rush. These do not have levels or play costs. And 1 Umon of Blue Thunder token, a yellow Digimon with 6,000 DP and blocker. And then all turns, when this Digimon would Digivolve or would leave the battle area, delete all of your tokens that you played. If you deleted with this effect, recover +1.
Yeah, I saw Ben testing this card.
Yeah, he's playing it in his Ulti Cup yellow vaccine deck. Which
seems good.
It seems pretty good. I don't know why he wanted to play against my blue hybrid list, but the fact that you can Blitz Omni on top of this guy is pretty nasty.
Yeah, because he's red.
Yeah. Because like the way he was setting it up was he was have BT2 Rise, so you'd swing with this guy for 2 checks. You could swing with the Rush token for a check, and then you'd Evo into this guy. Recover 1 and then blitz for the last 2 security, so you could clear 5 security in 1 turn with that combo.
Yeah, seems pretty good. Too bad you just source stripped everything and then stunned it.
Yeah. He felt good about himself, and I was like, nah, you lose.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about that? I think it's a very good card. The fact that this thing just spits out 2 tokens is really neat.
Yeah, we don't get very many token spewers in this game.
Yeah, I think the only one we've had before this is Dia, right? Or is there one I'm not thinking
Dia,
of?
and I think the poop deck.
Yeah.
The poop
that's right. Yeah,
tokens.
Sukamon, I forgot.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I think there's probably something here we're missing to make this card even like better.
It's really. I think it's a really good addition to the 4 Great Dragon deck.
Yeah, I haven't seen the 4 Great Dragons play with this card yet, but I assume it's pretty good for the deck.
Yeah, I could see this being very sneaky. Like someone played this on me and played out those 2 tokens, I'd be like, okay,
yeah, one of them has rush. That's good.
Yeah, you could randomly just kill people.
Yeah. Right. Like it's a sneaky good card. I don't know exactly where it'll end up fitting, whether that's the vaccine deck or the 4 Great Dragons deck.
It's a very good top end for that. That ulti
it's a good card. It's a very good card. I could see. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give it a.
I'm thinking 4.
I'll give it a 4, I guess.
Because it has potential.
It does. I think it's a good card for its archetypes.
Oh, next to the blue.
Otamamon. Inheritable. Opponent's turn. Once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of that Digimon. Thank God this is once per turn. This is stupid.
I agree.
This is a strong 4 out the gate.
Yeah, for real.
I think the only thing I don't like about this card is your opponent has to be attacking you. So like what is the position of the game? You know what I mean? Like
you have a level 4 on the board. Your opponent is swinging with their level 6. You're forcing them to trash 2. You're blasting.
Yeah, and then I guess you just blast Evo to Zudo.
Yeah,
ripping the last 2 and then bouncing their level 6.
Yeah.
Sorry, you swung with your level 6 and I had a level 4 on the field. I hope that didn't hurt.
That's exactly the combo.
You guys are talking me into it. Yeah. Okay.
This is a 4. In Source Strip Blue, this is a 4, and this is really stupid.
Very good. Very good.
All right. Gomamon. Start of your main phase. Choose 1 Digivolution card under one of your opponent's Digimon and trash it. This Digimon can't be blocked for the turn.
Oh, I love that.
This is pretty ignorant. Then opponent's turn, inheritable. When this Digimon would be deleted, you may play 1 Gomamon from under the Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost, so obviously it floats into itself.
Yes. Very good.
That's a really, really good effect.
Yes.
I think this is also a 4. This is really strong.
Yeah, I agree. 4. The blue level 3s for the set are already hitting.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give this a 5. 1 because the alt art is absolutely fire and adorable. But the fact that it floats and you're also gonna get see it's so cute. The fact that it floats and unless your opponent can get rid of it, you're going to be source stripping them again, and you're just gonna the cycle.
Going.
Yeah,
it's a cycle. So unless your opponent can clear this thing off twice, this card's gonna be very difficult to deal with. I want to give this a 5. Like it's so good. Like imagine the Otamon or the card before this did the floating. Oh. This card does the same thing that card does, but better.
Just one source.
Just one source, but
you get to pick it.
Yeah,
you get a pick, and it floats.
Yeah.
So I really like this effect a lot.
I would give it a 5 if the inheritable was all turns. That's the one knock on it for me.
Yeah.
This is actually the first level 3 in the set I would say deserves to be a super rare.
Yep.
Well, it's the first one we've gone past besides Agumon that is a super rare.
Agumon doesn't deserve it.
I agree. I think Agumon's the only one that doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, this thing deserves it.
Yeah, this one's very good. 4 out of 5 for me. Syakumon. Evade. On a rookie. I don't get it. Why? This is a 2 for me.
2.
Like, who cares?
Following the other 2, this is very disappointing.
Yeah. Like
they couldn't give us 3 good ones.
I don't understand why this is the second rookie that they've given us in blue that has evade.
It's not good.
It's not on a rookie. What?
What good does evading with this do?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Because I mean,
evade. Attack over?
Yeah, attack over it because it's small.
Oh no, I never saw that coming.
Yeah, moving on. That card's
it's a 1
pack filler. Gabumon. When attacking, choose 1 Digivolution card and one of your opponent's Digimon and trash it. Then return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon with no Digivolution cards to its owner's hand. This is a level 4.
This is a 4?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
That's
Just being able to bounce something as a level 4 of like essentially any level, like okay, not any level, but a level above itself.
I'm glad they hard capped it at level 5 because this is really, really good for Source Strip Blue. Like this is stupid.
If your opponent hard plays an ace card like a Magna Angemon, this card outs it.
Yeah, immediately and gets you 3 memory back.
Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. That's kind of cracked.
I really like this card, and I think it'll be really good in regular blue strip or blue source strip. I just don't see it. I don't think it can fit in blue hybrid.
It doesn't.
Like,
It doesn't. You don't play this in blue. Hybrid.
You would only because what is its type? Sea beast. You could play this.
No, it's a mollusk.
You could play this.
It's a mollusk. It's not sea
Did
beast.
you play this in Aegistramon?
That's what I was thinking of was Aegis. Like you could play this out with Aegis. I think I'd have to reread the card.
Does he play mollusks?
Probably.
Where are you seeing mollusk?
I'm reading the card. It says mollusk right here, bro.
It says right there. It says type sea beast.
Yeah.
Well,
Sean,
this is lying to you because the actual card says mollusk.
I'm gonna assume it's sea beast because I don't even. Do we even have mollusks?
I don't know. I've never. Maybe that's.
I think maybe it's one of those things where it's like they had to errata it because Japan just has one word for all of these different things.
Oh, okay. That could.
One symbol, you mean?
I could see that.
Kanji
one
or
symbol.
whatever.
Yeah, kanji.
So if this is a sea beast, and I do believe Aegistramon can play that out, this card's really good in that and like Source Strip Blue. I just don't see it play outside those two decks.
All right, time out 1 second.
Why does the site say sea beast?
All right, so confirmed. This is mollusk on the official Bandai card game website. So this is not a
it's
sea
not
beast.
as good now. It's not as good.
Okay.
now.
This is.
Are we sure
This
it
is a
doesn't have one of
3.
those rulings? Yeah. Are we sure it doesn't have one of those rulings where it's like this card or this trait is treated as having insert these?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, we'd have to look into that. That
Who
requires
cares?
research.
It's a 3.
Yeah, it's
Again, a 3. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah. moving on.
Ikakumon.
Ikakumon, when Digivolving, choose 2 Digivolution cards under your opponent's Digimon and trash them. So that's a separate
Very
Digimon.
good.
The way this is worded, you could pull one from 2 different Digimon. When attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon with a number of Digivolution cards less than or equal to this Digimon's Digivolution cards can't attack until the end of your opponent's turn.
Ooh, so it stuns too. That's very good.
That's actually really good. That's literally Tommy and Ikakumon on there.
Yeah.
Inheritable, when attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon with a number of Digivolution cards. Okay, so it's the same effects. This is literally Tommy.
Yeah, this is just a better... I wouldn't say better. This is a Tommy.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a level 4 that has Tommy's effect on it in blue.
That's
And then the
crazy.
when Digivolving effect trashes. Yeah. This is really, really good.
So, you guys are probably playing that blue hybrid, right?
No. You don't play any level 4s in blue hybrid that aren't hybrids.
Yep.
There's no room.
There's just no room. There's no room for it. You have to play 4 Kori Kakumons, and I have to play the damn Lanamon, so you'll shut up about them.
No,
So I gotta play those.
I'm not playing Lanamons in my version. I was four of the 4K that trashes one source.
Kuda.
Yeah,
Kudamon.
four
Kudamon.
Kudamon and 4 Ikakus. And I think that's it.
Wait, you mean Kori Kakumons?
Korikaku, sorry.
Yeah.
You only play 8 level 4s?
Yeah, I only play 8. You don't need any more.
There's just no room, in blue hybrid for this. Again, this card's very good in just source strip. Like I could see just with the couple cards they've shown us minus the Siakamon, I can already see like a really decent or very good just stack based source strip blue deck. Yeah.
This card's probably going to be very good for the Ulti Cup.
So you're
Agreed.
telling me I can bring back Hex Blaumon?
Sure.
I think Hexablaumon would be like probably the worst top end you could put on this deck.
Yeah, because you'd rather just bounce stuff back. But
Yeah, this is a 4 for me.
I'll
Yeah, I
also
agree,
give
I
it
agree.
a 4.
All right, moving on. Geckomon, inheritable. Opponent's turn, once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of that Digimon. So this is literally Otamamon, but again, this is really...
I think it's... I was gonna say I think this is a little worse, just because it's now on top of a level 4, so you have to be at a level 5 in order to get it.
It is worse,
Only slightly.
but only slightly. And if you have a level 5 on top of this, your opponent's stripping 4 sources by attacking once.
Yeah,
Right.
it's crazy. That's great.
I'll give it a 3.
I agree with that. 3 is.
I'll give it
I
a
think
3
is
as
fair.
well. I think this is interesting.
A very good card. Just yeah, like you guys said, it has to be on a level 5. Has to be on top of it.
Yeah, this is a 1.
Yeah, a level 4 with evade, slightly better, but still trash. Why?
Yep.
Why?
Yeah, don't. Why?
Yeah.
Pack
Give
filler.
it a 1.
All right, here we go.
Potential best card in the set.
This one and Magna are fighting for number 1.
Yeah, this is an amazing card.
The Luga baby.
Yeah, 4 cost. Bowmon, dude. The Bowmon's the best card in the set. I will stand by that. 4 play cost, 8,000 DP, Evos for 3 on a blue level 4. This is a Digimon Ace card, so it can blast Evo when your opponent swings and plays into it like a dummy. On play / when Digivolving, trash 2 Digivolution cards from under your opponent's Digimon. So...
You lose your place?
No, I'm trying to think if the way this is worded, if you can trash 1 from 2 different sources.
I can pull up the official translation and give you the actual perfect translation. Trash any 2 Digivolution cards from your opponent's Digimon.
Okay, so yeah, you can trash 1
Anything.
from 2 different sources.
Yeah.
Then return 1 of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to the hand.
So he bounces stuff, which is very
not
good.
a level, not restricted
no level
either.
cap, no. This is one of the only blue cards that is not level based that actually interacts with your opponent's stuff.
Yep.
This card, in my opinion, is the best Ace we got in the set because he can interact with anything.
Anything.
Agreed.
Yeah.
He's not hard capped at any point. Like if you don't have any sources, you're going back to the hand.
The only
5
thing
out
that
of
comes.
5.
Yeah, this is an easy 5.
Yeah, this is an
Plus
easy
its
5 out of
alt arts
5.
are
Like,
absolutely cracked.
this is
if you haven't
very,
seen the
very
alt
good.
arts,
Yeah, both alt arts are beautiful. And this is a
So
4 of in blue hybrid. This card's amazing in blue hybrid.
yeah, I do have the English exclusive alt art pulled up for us.
Okay, show it to us.
Just like with the Metal Greymon.
Give it to us.
He is absolutely amazing.
Very
Give
good.
it to me.
Yeah.
And then its normal alt art is still pretty good.
I think both
But,
alt arts are very good.
That English exclusive one is better in my opinion.
The English exclusive
to
one's
me.
better because there's just a little too much going on in that art, but I would still love it.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited
Yeah,
to see what
5
these
out
cards
of
look
5.
like. Yeah, 5 out of 5.
Puts
I can't
blue
wait to
hybrid
hold
over the top.
Yeah, that card's insane in blue hybrid. If you haven't watched any
Now-
blue hybrid gameplay, go check it out.
Yeah. Now when you're playing as Blue Hybrid, anytime they leave a level 4 on the board, you have to worry about losing bodies on your board.
Yep.
Not only did I strip a source from you, potentially
2.
stun your card. Yeah, potentially stunned a card, and then also attacked your security with jamming. Now you have to fear about promoting and attacking your turn.
Yep. Get blast evoed. Anyways,
Marine Devimon.
moving on to this guy, which I think he's actually pretty good. I just don't know what deck you'd play him in, but Marine Devimon on play / when Digivolving, return all level 3 Digimon to their owner's hands.
I think because he's an Aqua Beast, I think you could play him in Aegistramon. I think Aegistramon has better level 5s to play.
Okay.
Being able to play him from your sources and getting that on play is still pretty solid. I mean, it only touches level 3s, which is kind of a feels bad.
If we ever get
Yeah,
side decks, this would definitely be a consideration for it to
Yeah, I
bounce
agree.
us Floodgate rookies.
Floodgates, yeah. But I mean, if you're at 3, you have to hard play him for 6. Your opponent's just going to replay their Floodgates.
You could just
'cause you're
Evo into
gonna
him though. Like if you're at 3, you can Evo into him, and then potentially,
turn.
yeah, you could keep turn and do something that the Floodgates were preventing.
Use your training cards or something.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I give it like a 3. I'll give it a 3.
I'll give him a 3. Like he potentially, as the game progresses, could become better.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they would print this card and be like, you can return up to like 2.
Yeah,
Or, but this one says all.
If Rookie Rush ever comes back and we get side decks, this
This is a
card
4.
becomes like a 4 or a 5.
Yeah.
Because just like, hey, you lose.
Sorry, bye.
Yeah, enjoy spending the memory to put all those cards back on the field, idiot. Moving on.
All right, next up.
Shogun Gekomon, blocker. All turns once per turn. When a Digivolution card of an opponent's Digimon is trash, this Digimon can't be deleted in battle until the end of your opponent's turn.
Oh, okay. So he's just a blocker who can't die.
Yes, literally. Like if he's on top of one of the stacks that strips a source on your opponent's turn, or if you just strip on your turn, he would just keep that effect until the end of your opponent's turn.
So
Nice.
this is
I
what.
like that.
Let's take what I said earlier about the Diaboromon card and how his line doesn't make any sense, and then compare it to this one.
This line is actually tuned to make sense. Yes.
This line makes sense because the two cards that are supposed to be under him are the Gekomon and the Otamon.
Yeah.
And they both, if your opponent attacks, you strip sources, and then guess what this is? A blocker. If you strip the source, can't be deleted by battle. So boom, this line makes sense. We need more separate archetypes like this where they're independent themselves and actually work together. Other than like that Diaboromon line, that didn't make any sense. The three cards didn't do anything together.
Yeah, I like how this could actually be a tiny little engine you can play in a separate deck, just in of itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. I'd give it a 4. This is genuinely actually pretty cool. An unkillable blocker is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would also give this a 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah. I actually was at one point considering putting this in blue hybrid, but there's no room.
Yeah, there's no room.
And it doesn't
you gotta play the Zudo
and the Beowulf.
Yeah, you gotta play Zudo and Bayo.
Yeah, exactly.
A very good card. I'm glad it actually works in its own line. It makes sense.
Yeah, good job, Bandai.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice.
It doesn't have an inheritable, does it? That'd probably been too over the top. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's good enough as his own effect.
Agreed.
Moving on.
Plesiommon.
When Digivolving, trash 3 Digivolution cards from one of your opponent's Digimon, so you can trash one from up to 3 different Digimon, or all from the same, whatever, any combo.
And you get to pick, which is very good.
Yes. When attacking once per turn, if your opponent does not have a Digimon with equal or more Digivolution cards than this Digimon in play, unsuspend this Digimon.
Oh,
This guy seems like he might be the top end for the Source Strip Blue.
The Source Strip deck, yeah.
Yes.
Because he's just swinging on
jamming with your baby.
Yeah, you're gonna have jamming, double check. I'm sure there's probably a way you could give. Can you give blue extra checks?
I mean, you can play the plugins.
Yeah, the red plugins.
Yeah,
you can think of.
Not through its own cards, no, because of the way they built blue is obviously Source Strip and then unsuspending.
Yeah.
So
there's a
that's why that War Garurumon got limited.
That's true, yeah.
You'd have to play like Old Forces level 5, the starter deck.
Oh yeah, if you have 8 or more cards in hand.
+1. Or you'd have to play the Garu starter deck, which is security check +1 if your opponent has no sources on the board.
Okay, I guess you can play that.
That requires them to have
a Digimon that doesn't have sources.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's dependent on your opponent.
Also, the fact that this is blue, you can blitz Omni on it.
Yeah.
I kind of wish this was. I kind of wish this was Vikemon instead of Plesiommon. I just like Vikemon more than Plesiommon as Gabumon's Digivolution, but
yeah,
I think it's an okay.
I'm surprised
card.
it's not Vikemon.
Yeah. I'll give it. I'll probably give it a 3 or 4. I'm kind of, it's like a good card, but it doesn't blow me, pun intended, out of the water.
Oh, okay.
Pause.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. I think it's really good, but there's potential for better megas.
Right.
But its effect is pretty solid.
I'm gonna go with
better
4
top
just
end.
because I really like the idea of it. This is something I could probably see me just building just to have fun with.
Yeah.
So I'll go with a 4.
Okay.
I like that.
Marine Angemon. On play / when Digivolving by returning one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon or one of your Digimon to its owner's hand. Return one of your opponent's Digimon with a level less than or equal to the returned Digimon to their hand. Your turn once per turn. When another Digimon is returned to hand, recover +1.
I'd give it like a 2.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 2.
What is this played in?
Yeah.
Nothing.
What's it played
Exactly.
in? Yeah.
It's played in a deck that we've gotten exactly 2 cards to support it, which are the other Marine Angemon and I think the Tamer.
Yeah, the Tamer. Yeah, get it out. Yeah, it's a 2.
This is a 2. Meh. Man,
Down to yellow.
Elecmon. Inheritable. When attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -2000 DP for the turn. This is
2 generically, 3 if it's pre-release.
I would,
Actually, 4
I
if
would,
it's pre-release.
yeah, I was about to say I'd argue 4 for pre-release, but yeah, 2 generically. This is okay, but opportunity
not a
cost for
vaccine.
most of your yellow cards for rookies.
Agreed. 2. I think there are better yellow level 3s that you can play.
Yeah, and any yellow archetype you're playing, this is probably not going to make the cut just because of the other cards you have to play.
It's also just not a vaccine. So
Yeah, that's one of the archetypes. Chumon. On play, add the top card of your opponent's security stack to your hand. Did I say opponent security stack?
I was about to say, you mean your security stack?
Let me try that again. I don't know where I got the word opponent. On play, add the top card of your security stack to your hand. Then you may place 1 card with Sukumon in its name from your hand at the top of your security stack.
I'm assuming that's going to make a little bit more sense if we get to the Sukumon.
Yeah, probably. There's probably like a security Digimon Suka. Inheritable on deletion. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn.
Ooh,
I'd say it's probably a
nice.
good solid 3 for the poop deck. This might be better
Yeah,
in
that's-
hindsight once we get to the Sukumon.
Right, that's like a solid 3 or 4 in that deck, just because that's what that deck struggles with, is trying to find its pieces.
Mhm.
And then the minus 3,000 DP is really nice as well, because that's
It's generically
because
good.
no, well, you turn
You
the
turn them
token
into a
is
poop. Yeah.
the token is 3,000 DP. So with this, you can delete the Digimon.
Yeah, which is
Ah.
nice.
That's pretty cool.
So you turn them into a poop, and then you delete the poop.
Right.
All right.
You flush the poop.
One of the best rookies. Let's go.
One of the best rookies, absolutely deserving of a super rare Patamon. Starting your main phase, look at your security stack. This Digimon may Digivolve into a yellow Digimon card with the vaccine trait among them without paying the cost. Then shuffle your security stack. If Digivolve with this effect, you may place 1 yellow card with the vaccine trait from your hand at the bottom of your security stack. Inheritable is your turn once per turn. When a card is added to your security stack, gain 1 memory. So this guy evos into a vaccine from your security for -1 memory.
Yep, you just get to gain a memory.
It's a 5 out of 5. If you're playing the Tama, you also get to draw again.
Yeah,
So-
or gain jamming if you're playing the Tama from BT14.
Right.
Yep.
So
Yeah, so
easy
that's a
5 out of 5.
And then, of course, the alt art.
Yeah,
Also
Altart's
5 out of
really
5.
cute. Little fat
He's
pattern.
a loaf of bread with wings. So
Yeah.
Easy 5 out of 5.
Yeah, this card's
Love this.
amazing. Very good for the vaccine deck. The fact that you can Evo into BT8 Rapidmon for -1 memory
It's insane.
is really stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. That card's amazing. All right.
Okay, let's do the Sukumon.
He is a security Digimon. Sukumon, security.
Yep.
At the end of the battle, play this card without paying its cost. Now we know.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Same effect on deletion, inheritable. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP.
Okay.
not bad. I mean, I wish it was. I'll give it a 3 as well. I wish it was something other than just a security Digimon. I wish it had something else.
If it had
But
another
it's-
effect, it would have been a 4.
Like an on play.
Yeah, something. Other than that, I think it's a good card. It'll fit right into that poop deck.
yeah,
you don't
it's
have
a
to play
3
the
hard
bad-
play too, so that's very nice.
Yeah, you don't have to play the bad Sukamons anymore. So yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I have no opinion on this. I've never played the poop deck, so I'll go with whatever.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I
Unimon.
knew Unimon.
Barrier, which is a new keyword from
Oh.
BT13, which,
It's a 1.
yeah. Barrier is when this Digimon would be deleted in battle by trashing the top card of your security stack, prevent that deletion. It's not once per turn or anything, so if you have the security to burn. But yeah, this being on a level 4, like what?
What would have made this card even like? What would have made this card viable is if Barrier would have been at the bottom of this card. If
Correct.
it would have been the inheritable, busted.
Yeah, this would have been a 4 or 5 if Barrier was the inheritable, but it just being on
Right.
the level 4 is just,
Yeah,
yeah, this is a 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I'm gonna give it a 1.
This is okay for pre-release, but other than that, you just meh.
I'll give it a 2 because it's got Patamon on the card.
It's a vaccine, so if you want to play this card over one of the broken level 4s you could play, sure,
Yeah.
put it in the deck.
I mean, maybe for the vaccine deck if you're playing in the Ulti Cup, but even then, I still think you have better options.
You probably do. I would hope you do. Moving on, Centarumon. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn. Inheritable, when attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn. This is pre-release only for me.
Yeah, pre-release only. I'd say a 2.
Yeah, I would say a 2.
It's not. It's not like offensively bad. So
yeah, I mean the effects are decent, but just like what would you put this in?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
I'd say like you could. I'd say 2 as well. If you're running into a lot of floodgates, maybe you tech. This is again another very good card that would fit in perfectly to like a side deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
2 to Evo. I mean, yeah, it's
I could
generic.
potentially play this in LordKnightmon because I'm currently playing just the 1 cost to Evo Pitomon and the Bunny.
Right.
But
but I mean, his inheritable being a once per turn kind of sucks.
Right.
I mean, how often are you double swinging with yellow decks?
That's fair.
He's okay.
2.
I'll still give him a 2.
Yeah.
All right, one of the best cards in the set.
Second best ace card from the set, Digimon. Has 4 to Evo, or I'm sorry, 4 to hard play, 3 to Evo, 8,000 DP. He has the counter blast Evo effect that all aces do. And then on play / when digivolving, if you have 5 or fewer security cards, recover +1. Then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1,000 DP for each card in your security stack for the turn. Then it has Ace Overflow -3.
Okay, so this is just generically better than the Metal Greymon. This is the card I was referring to earlier.
Yes.
So Metal Greymon can touch only a 6,000 DP Mon.
Mm-hmm.
This Digimon can touch any Digimon and negates DP to make it smaller. So you're either killing something or you're making something small enough to where it will die. And then the fact is already just a power creeped version of BT1 Magna just by recovering. Very good. Generically, just very good.
It's power creeped, except for you can't play this off of Flaming Hell Scythe because of the DP. But yes, it is very good for other decks.
Not to mention, it does have the cap. It has the restriction. You have to have this many security to recover.
Yeah, so the absolute most you could DP minus is 6,000.
It's like they went out of their way to make sure this couldn't be used for security control.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much more I could say that you guys haven't already said about this card. It's a very good card. Just be prepared to see a lot of this, especially in the vaccine decks. 5 out of 5, and the art for it is a banger. So,
yes,
100% 5 out of 5.
Alt-arts.
This card's very, very good.
Normal alt art,
beautiful,
majestic. We love that. And then, of course, we have the English exclusive alt art, which is, oh my god, so good.
I think I like the other one better.
I like how he looks like he's about to stab somebody.
I think they both look good. I think I like the other one better.
Yeah. So yeah, 5 out of 5. I agree with Sean. Second best ace card in the set.
Yeah. Very, very
Zudomon just barely edges him out with just pure utility.
Yeah. Also, LordKnightmon being able to blast into this guy and then also play a rookie out's pretty nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Can't wait.
Pretty good.
Edamon. Security Digimon. If you have 3 or more cards with Sukamon and their names in your trash, you may play one level 6 Digimon card with Edamon in its name from your hand without paying the cost.
That's pretty good.
That's a really interesting security effect.
Yeah.
And then on deletion, place this card at the bottom of your security stack. What?
Oh, okay. So he puts himself in there. That's good. You can guarantee it.
His inheritable is this place 1 Edamon from your trash at the bottom of your security stack. This card seems really
5 out of 5. I'm giving this card a 5 out of 5. I don't care what anyone says.
Look at his...
This card is so good in Edamon. Like once shout out Josh. Once Josh reads these Edamon cards, if he doesn't get excited about them, he's crazy. This card fits so perfectly into that poop deck. Yeah, I want to play my level 6s for free. Thank you very much.
That's really good. I like that.
Yeah,
I agree. 5 out of 5. For that archetype, that's good.
He floats and everything. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say. It's any card that... Imagine that card's in any other archetype.
Yeah, imagine if it was in a good archetype. Yeah, broken.
Yeah.
Imagine that thing had the vaccine trait.
Yeah.
Thank God it's virus.
Yeah. Monzemon, Armor Purge on a level 5 that it does not have armor in its traits, which is weird.
It's because he's a teddy bear. He's filled up with fluff.
I think this is also part of the poop deck, by the way.
Sort of, yeah. On play, by placing 1 Digimon card with Numemon in its name from your trash, as Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, gain 2 memory. So it's a 5 to play cost, basically. And
Okay.
inheritable is your turn while this Digimon has Numemon/Monsmon name. It gains crit attack +1. So this
problem
boosts
is you're
Gummy
never gonna-
Bears.
Yeah, you're not gonna play this in the Edamon deck. I
Yeah,
don't
it's a
know
2
where
for
you would
me.
play this.
Gummy Bears.
Yeah, it's a 2. Yeah, Gummy Bears.
The Shin Monzemon
Agreed.
deck.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a 2 for me, Chief.
Yeah, I would say this is a 2 since that deck is kind of bad, but this is good support for it.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah,
Let's
Armor
keep
Purge
that
is so
going.
random.
Yeah. Next up.
Digimon is that? How do you say this guy?
I've always said Digimon.
Yeah, I've already said GG.
Do you say Gigi for the Gallantmon Tama then, or is that also Gigi?
I say Gigi for that one.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I'd say Gigi
That's just-
as well. 'Cause
that's-
it's with a
that's
G,
just-
isn't it?
Yeah, that's just how I've heard it pronounced.
okay. Digimon on play / when Digivolving, you may place one Tamer card from your hand on top of your security stack.
Okay.
All turns once per turn. When your Tamer is played, you may play one level 3 Digimon from your hand without paying the cost.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty solid. This actually, so it's a vaccine. I think this is supposed to fit in the vaccine deck because this lets you just put your TKs on top of your security and your opponent has to check them. Then you get to play out your Patamon whenever
free.
they get checked. Yeah, for free.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like that.
I'm gonna give this a 5 because yes, please attack my security and allow me to play my TKs for free, which then is gonna trigger off all my other effects. I'm gonna get to keep turn or take turn, and I'm just gonna proceed to destroy you from there.
Yeah. I like this card.
I do think that there's better top ends for the vaccine deck. It's probably pretty tight. I don't know if you'd honestly play this. Like first you have to digivolve up to it, and then you get to play a tamer, put a tamer up there. Like maybe it's too late at that point
Yeah,
to
you
be
probably
trying to do all
already have
that.
a Tamer out. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like this effect. It's cool. I wish this was like a blast card. Like give it like a small like play cost.
Yes. Oh my god, if this were
Give
a
it-
Blast Evo, this would have been
Yes.
lit.
Like give it a small play cost, and then it has the on play. You can play a tamer into your
Yeah.
security.
'Cause
5
then-
out of 5 there. But right
Yeah.
now, as it is, I'm gonna give it like a 3.
Because then
Yeah, I would
if
say
your
it's a 3
opponent's
as well.
already swinging, so they're already going to check your security.
Exactly.
And putting the Tamer there would trigger his own effect. I like
Yeah.
that.
Right, exactly. So like it just like if this card was changed up a little bit, make it a blast evo. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
Solid
Yeah,
feet
I'm gonna
picks
go with
though
a
from
3.
Digimon.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
and
go.
the art, I like the art too. It looks
Do
pretty
you?
cool. I like what he's doing.
Do you like
Yeah.
the art?
I did.
not
The
like
only
art.
thing I can see
I
on
love
the
this
art
art.
is his feet.
Yeah,
I do not like this art.
yeah, no, I
I can
love
get a
that
more
art.
clear picture for you because I have it pulled up on the official site. But yeah, no, this is the art for
That
people
man's
who like
all feet.
Yeah. Quentin Tarantino's gonna love this card.
Giving up the
Alright.
feet for free. Yeah, that's a 3.
Yeah, all right. Now, where's Seraphimon?
Seraphimon, when Digivolving, recover +1. Okay.
Okay.
All,
Yep.
all turns once per turn, when a card is added to your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7,000 DP, and this Digimon gets security attack +1 for the turn.
Being a 4 to Evo sucks. I don't like that.
It does, but if you play this in the vaccine deck,
You're probably
new,
doing it for less than that.
the new TKs, one, you can also Evo into this for free off the emissary card, but the new TKs,
Oh, yeah, that's
anytime
fair.
a card is added to your security stack, you can tap them to gain a memory.
I still just don't think you're playing this as your top end.
Probably not. I mean, you could, but I think you have better level 6s to play. But this isn't
Yeah, I agree.
bad.
I think
Yeah,
this in
I'd say it's a 3.
combination. I think this in combination with the Magna is really good because
That is
you're
true.
gonna be negging a lot of DP, and there's still just not a whole lot of cards that can dodge neg DP.
reduction.
Yeah, you could potentially combo this with a Blast Evo and a Magna minus 13,000 DP on something.
Right.
That's not
Like
bad.
I agree. Like the Digivolution cost is a lot, but it's the fact that you're recovering 1, which is triggering all your effects,
Mhm.
and then 2 negging DP on something, and then giving something negative security attack, right?
No, giving yourself
yeah,
security
Gaining
attack
a
+1.
security attack.
Oh, you're gaining security tech. Yeah, I love this card. I'm gonna give it a 4. I don't know if you'd play it in vaccine. There probably is better top ends. Like if I had to pick between this or Venusmon, I'm probably picking Venusmon.
Yeah,
because that
Venusmon all
affects-
day. This could
Yeah,
potentially
that's
be like a
affecting my-
secondary Mega.
Right,
Yeah,
like that's
why I said
actually
3.
Yeah, that's affecting my opponent more than I think this card would. This card is definitely like more of like a game ender, so I like it. I think the art's also fire. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm sticking with 3.
I'll give it a 3 just because of the fact that we have better megas probably for that deck.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really good card, especially for pre-release. It's going to be lit.
Oh yeah, pre-release is going to be nice. Just being able to recover during pre-release is very good.
Mm-hmm. And it's a rare, so we'll be seeing it quite often. Kunamon, on play. By suspending the Digimon, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 green card among them to your hand. Place the rest of them bottom of your deck in any order. This is extremely good because it's not card type specific.
Yeah, you just grab anything.
This is one of the best searches I've ever seen on a body.
Yeah, imagine also in Bloomlord, you just want to be suspended.
Yeah, I don't know if you
really good.
I don't know if you'd play this in Bloom because it's a larva. It's not like it doesn't fit in with their archetype.
Yeah, but at the same time, like when do you want your level 3 to truly fit into that archetype? I don't think it really matters.
You play all of them for free if they fit in the archetype.
Yeah, you play them all for free.
Yeah.
Still, I think that's worth it if you just get the generic search for anything.
I don't think so. I think this fits in a lot of green decks, but not Bloom. Bloom already has...
I mean, okay, let me retract that statement because we do get the green training card, and that just does this card better.
Brandon, what's the point of playing this card over something like the Palmon, who literally allows you to have free extra draws at the start of every turn?
Yeah. I just like the idea that he came out and immediately suspended himself, which is what that deck wants.
If he fit in the archetype and could be played for free, he would be broken and I'd be mad.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But
they did that, Brandon. They made him suspend himself like that so you couldn't search and then Digizorp on top of him.
I mean, he searches HPD though.
He does, unfortunately. Please ban
any card that searches HPD, at least a 3.
I'm giving this card a 4 because this is probably the best generic searcher Green has ever had besides a memory boost card.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, very good. Gabumon, on play. By suspending one of your Digimon, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, more generic suspending stuff.
Yeah,
we like that.
This being a rookie is pretty solid. Like, this is going to be annoying in the pre-release.
The pre-release, yep.
Yeah, I would say this is probably a 2.
Yeah, 2.
Unless it fits in an archetype I've never heard of.
It says other Digimon, right? So it can't target itself?
Yeah, but, well, no, it says by suspending one of your Digimon. So you could suspend itself. So, I'll give this a 3 then. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I'd give it a 3. You can target itself. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can already have something on the field and then just be like, boom, suspend that guy.
Also, I do believe insectoid is an archetype. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think they're finally getting support in like BT20. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
BT20. Yep.
Yeah. So that's a solid 3. Palmons. This is going to be in Bloomlord.deck. Start of your main phase, one of your opponent's Digimon gains all turns. When the Digimon becomes suspended, lose 2 memory until the end of your opponent's turn.
Oh, I hate that.
So it's Ice Wall. Cool. Your turn once per turn with Digimon would Digivolve. If you have a green tamer, reduce the Evo cost by 1 as an inheritable. This is going to be in Bloom.
Now they can Digivolve faster. Why are we still giving cards to Bloomlord? Like, I thought we were past this. Like, I mean, I guess I can't really complain when Black War Greymon's still a thing. Obviously, this card is very good. I'm going to give it a 4 or 5 out of 5. Like, it's obviously very good. I hate it because I know this card's going to get played in Bloom.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a 5.
This is a 5.
It just generically supports Bloomlord so well. Also, here's the alt art for those who are curious.
That looks really good. I mean,
I like that.
Thank God this is start of main phase, because if this were just like main phase effect, this would be like potentially making me mad like Balmon.
Yeah, imagine they could just on-play this and give that effect to something. Oh my God.
Yeah. This is a 5 for me. This is it's Rosemon support, but Rosemon is Bloomlord support.
Right, it's Bloomlord.
They intersect with each other.
Yeah. Please stop, Bandai. Please stop.
It's a 1.
Another level 4 that has jamming. I guess this would go in Insectoid whenever that becomes an actual deck when they get enough support. Jamming on level 4. Yeah, this is a 1.
Yeah, we got that We got that 13 sets ago.
Yeah, that's not going to get played until we get an insectoid deck, and even then you probably wouldn't play it.
Yeah, for real.
Togemon, your turn once per turn. When you would play a green tamer from your hand by suspending one of your green Digimon, reduce the cost by 3. Inheritable, your turn once per turn. When the Digimon will Digivolve, if you have a green tamer, reduce the cost by 1.
Oh, okay, great.
This
so
is
just more bloom support.
Also a 5. This is going to go in bloom 100%.
Oh no.
Golly.
At least they're kind of turning Bloom into more of a stack deck instead of a more of a just spew out a bunch of tiny
Bloom is
bodies.
a stack deck. They just let you poop out a whole bunch of dudes.
Well, like they play a lot of small bodies that are like 3 cost, 4 cost.
No, it's their DP. 3,000 DP is the cap that they play stuff for free. And look at the
it?
Look at the DP on this card.
Imagine playing Mimi for 1 or Yoshino, I think is her name.
Whatever her name
for
is.
1. Jeez. It's a 5 out. I don't want to talk about this card anymore. It's so good.
This is
I hate
a 5.
it. 5 out of 5. Move on. I don't want to talk about that card.
Bloom's going to be annoying next format. Dokugumon. On play / when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then all of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less don't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase.
I will give it a 2. It's very situational. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
It's insectoid, so whenever that becomes a deck, maybe you play this. But yeah, this is like a 2.
Yeah, it's 2.
This will be really good in pre-release, but other than that, this is meh.
Yeah, if your opponent decides to go wide, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a Leomon? Oh my god.
Leomon. When attacking, if you attack an opponent's Digimon with higher DP than this Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 Digimon card with Leomon in its name from your hand for Digivolution cost of 6, ignoring its Digivolution requirements.
For 6?
It's a level 4. And then
okay, I guess that's fair.
The inheritable, your turn while this Digimon has Leomon in its name, this Digimon gets 2,000 DP. So you just
you're just warp evoing into a Saber Leomon or a Boncho Leomon.
Yeah, you just warp evo into level 6 and run over something.
I'm giving this card a 5 out of 5. Not because I don't care what you just said, Sean. I don't care about any of that.
That art goes hard.
That hair is 5 out of 5 worth.
That's Super Saiyan 3 Leomon.
He is the coolest looking Digimon card I've ever seen in my entire life. 5 out of 5.
This is a 3 for me.
Yeah, it's a 3.
It's really good for Leomon, I guess.
For what Leomon? He doesn't really have any support in just green.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Green.
That's what I was thinking. How does this guy Evo? Like, how do you play this in a Leomon deck? I guess you could play it for free off of the tamer.
I could be wrong, but I do believe the Boncho Leomon from
green.
The last set. No, from the last set. I think it's yellow. I think he can Evo on top of Leomon. I think he just has that generically as a...
Well, it says ignoring its Digivolution requirements. Doesn't matter what color it Evos on top of.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I mean, I guess, sure, cool. I love... it's a 5 out of 5, yeah.
This is a 2 or a 3 for me. This is... Leomon's not a deck yet. Maybe one day.
I'm giving it 1 extra point just because that art does go hard.
I don't understand you guys... Like, the art's okay, but I don't think... I don't know.
I mean, it's Super Saiyan 3 Leomon.
I just don't have the love for Leomon that you guys have.
Because you're a fake fan, you don't get.
I'm not a fan. I'm not any kind of fan.
Leomon. You're a fake fan behind Leomon. You don't get the lore.
I'm a certified hater. I do not like Leomon.
Sounds like a villain.
A Lilymon Ace, 4 to hard play, 8,000 DP, hand blast Evo, yada yada. On play / when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then you may return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with 5,000 DP or less to the bottom of its owner's deck.
Oh, thank God this card is not that good.
And it has Ace Overflow -3. So this card's really good because it can interact with your opponent's stuff that's bigger than the DP threshold. I'm really thankful that they capped this thing at 5k because bot decking stuff is incredibly annoying.
That's what I was saying too. Like, I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, 5k, and then you said bottom of deck, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
God. Yeah, no, if this card would have had any higher of a threshold, it would be higher as a ranking. But honestly, it's a 3 because green has access to much, much better level 5s. Like, you're just going to play the level 5 we got from the last set. I Lilamon.
The one that
The
plays
Lila
the tamer
plays
for free.
plays-
Yeah.
Yeah, plays the tamer for free.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
they
you're
would
not-
play
you're
this
not playing
card.
this card.
Maybe as like a 1 or 2 of maybe, but even then I'm not sure you would.
Just
Right.
because
Agreed.
of its beautiful alt arts, I will give it a 3. And again,
Yep.
we have the original alt art, and then we have
looks
the
really good.
English. Yeah, I like that one. The English specific alt art is it's a choice.
I forgot that's the chibi one.
It's the chibi one.
That's
So-
adorable.
I like the regular one more.
Yeah, I'll give this a 3. This one is better than Metal Greymon Ace, so it's not the
Yes.
worst ace in the deck.
Yeah, it's
but-
definitely not
or
the worst ace in the set.
Yeah, but it's,
Definitely wasn't fantastic though.
yeah, I can't wait to play pre-release night with all these ace cards, dude. It's gonna be so fun.
It's gonna be nice.
Cannot wait. People are just gonna walk into it, and I'm just gonna be like, yes,
Psych.
living.
All right, Piximon.
Piximon on play / when digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. This is meh and a half. I'm giving it a 1.
Yeah, 1 or
Yeah.
2.
You
yeah.
would-
It's a little late.
3 costs? Is it a 3 cost to Digivolve? That's a
It
1.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, for a green card, that's bad.
yeah. This is awful, and this is supposed to
It's-
fit in fairy dot deck, but you would not play this.
Yeah, it's
No.
like 5 sets too late.
Yeah, 1 mad. Akuamon. End of opponent's turn once per turn. By suspending one of your Digimon, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 2 green Digimon cards among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order.
Is that just Grand Kawaga support? Or Grandis?
That's so weird, though. It's end of
Top
opponent's. So this
5.
thing has to survive on the field for your opponent, the entirety of your opponent's turn, in order to proc this effect.
That's a 1.
Yeah, this is a 1. They
That's bad.
they tried their absolute best to nerf this, and they did it too much. They went too far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Go back,
you
go
guys,
back.
you guys said everything. This card's bad. 1.
Yeah, if this had been just on Digivolve, this would have been probably pretty solid. But
Yes.
this is just
Yeah,
not
yeah,
good.
okay. I'd vibe with that.
This card's
End of
never
turn.
surviving against an opponent on this is never surviving in a full opponent's turn. If you're playing against someone that's playing a tier 1 deck, it's just gonna
Yeah,
get
can
popped.
we also just refer to the fact that it says end of opponent's turn once per turn? How would you trigger that twice?
Don't worry
there
about it.
there actually are ways to do it. I can get into it if you want, or we can move on.
I'm just saying, like
It
gonna
is
die.
possible to proc end of opponent's turns effects or end of turn effects multiple times.
Just so rare. It would almost never.
It
come
doesn't happen very often, but it happens when stuff pulls the memory back on your opponent's side after end of turn
All the effects
starts.
resolve?
Yeah,
Yeah.
starts to proc.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
because like
weird.
Grav Crush, if you
Oh, yeah,
end of
Grav
turn
Crush.
multiple times, you lose the memory every single time.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Moving on, that card sucks. Panjiamon, whatever. Piercing. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. And then Rule. This card is also treated as having Leomon in its name. Inheritable,
Okay.
while its Digimon has Leomon in its name, it gets 2000 DP.
So just Leomon support. It's
2.
still bad.
Yeah, this
it's
is
still bad.
this is a 2. The when Digivolving effect is actually really good, but like you're not playing this in anything
Yeah.
because Leomon's not an actual deck.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
this,
okay.
this is a 2 for me.
2.
Moving on, Rosemon. When attacking / when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Okay.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
That's not once per turn, so that's pretty filthy.
Yeah,
Nice.
you get both. If you Evo and keep turn, you can do both.
Yep. Your turn once per turn. When a Digimon or Tamer becomes suspended by an effect, you may unsuspend this Digimon. You could do it 3 times.
That's really good.
Okay, but the thing
Bro, you
is
could
with it,
pop off with this card.
yeah, it's a pretty good card. The whole unsuspended self thing, is that just when Digivolving?
No, it's when a Digimon or Tamer becomes suspended by an effect, and this is optional, so you don't miss it.
Right. So what is this? What's its DP?
11,000.
11,000.
I'm giving it a 4. I think if you wanted to build Rosemon Burst Mode as a straight Rosemon deck, this is your new level 6.
Yeah, this could potentially
Yeah.
suspend 3 permanents on your opponent's field in 1 turn.
I agree. 4 costs or 4 rating. I do wish its DP was 12 though. Maybe that would have been too much because 11,000's like really,
Pretty small
really.
nowadays.
Yeah, it's really small nowadays,
Yeah.
but its effects are really good, and It's like you said, Sean. You're probably just gonna be playing this in Rosemont burst mode. So
I think your brother said that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon, yes.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid card. You could just pop off out of nowhere randomly.
Yeah, I like that.
Moving
Last
on, another
Leomon
Leomon card. Saber Leomon. Piercing. When digivolving by unsuspending this Digimon, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. End of your turn, this Digimon can attack one of your opponent's Digimon. So the combo here is you swing with this guy at somebody, you warp into this guy for 6, he suspends something else, you run over the thing you attacked into to begin with, and then you unsuspend this guy, and then attack over the other thing. And you pierce both times.
Okay. I'll give it a 3. It requires your opponent to have way too much on the board already.
It relies on your opponent to play into it, which is immediately not a good thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a 3. I like the art.
I'm gonna give it a 2 because it costs 4 to evo into.
It's a 2. It's a 2 card wise. I'm gonna give it an extra point because it's Saber Leomon.
Okay. Anyway.
On to black.
Kakuomon, inheritable, blocker.
1.
Okay. 2.
I think this is. It's a 2.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Generically giving black a rookie blocker inheritable is pretty good.
Yep. Don't we already have that? Or am I mistaken?
Do we have 12 of them?
Yeah, this adds more. This adds more.
Okay.
Until you're able to play 12, it's not enough.
Yep.
Okay, I guess.
I'm not saying it's broken, but it's just a good, just generic black rookie.
Yeah, I guess you can play it in Machinedramon, I guess.
I mean, you could. I don't know if you would, though. I guess it's a stack deck now, so yeah, this actually wouldn't be a bad rookie to be playing Machinedramon.
Yeah, it just gives you more room, so you don't have to use the level 5.
I feel like you still use those, but this would just be... you wouldn't have to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'll give it a 3.
All right, cool. A cool card. Let's go.
Commandramon. On play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with a De-Brigade Digibleeds trait among them to your hand. Place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. Inheritable. All turns once per turn. This Digimon will leave the battle area other than by your effect by deleting one of your other Digimon with a De-Brigade trait. Prevent it from leaving play. This card is extremely good. This inheritable is literally decoy, but actually good.
It's actually
good.
Yeah. Yeah, this is really good. I'm glad that's once per turn, but yeah, this is a really good card.
And Sean, its effect is top or bottom of deck, correct?
Yeah, place the rest of the top or bottom of your deck. Did I only say top or bottom?
Yeah.
My bad.
So you're setting up the top of your deck.
Setting up the top or bot decking cards.
I mean, it literally works perfectly within its own deck. Its inheritable is... deck has been needing and wanting so much because it's in such a weird Commandramon is such a weird deck because of the way they've tried to build it. They've tried to build it to where you're supposed to storm the beach of Normandy with all your Commandramons, but then they also want you to try and build a stack. So it's like both. So like we're finally this line is actually finally decent enough to where you're like, okay, I can play a stack deck. And swarm the board.
Yeah,
that's what we've needed this deck. Yes, so we're finally coming together now. You know, like again, this card's a 5 out of 5 for its archetype for Commandramon.
5 out of 5 for this alt art as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot this is one of the rookies that got the super treatment. Yeah, this is a 5 for sure. They did a really good job. It upsets.
I'm gonna be kicking in. Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be kicking in so many people's house front doors. Storming the houses.
Yeah, swatting people with these Commandramons.
It upsets me that the Agumon, the one super in the set that's the worst one as far as like the rookies, is the Agumon. Agumon's objectively the worst one.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Bad. Yeah. Moving on, Chuchumon. On deletion, save. Inheritable. Blocker.
Okay, there you go. There's another one.
I really don't want to give a Restormon blocker. I don't want to think about that.
I don't think you play this in that deck.
You don't think
Bagra,
so?
It's Twilight.
Oh,
it's Bagra and Twilight. It's not a cross card.
I don't care about this card then. I mean, I guess Inheritable Blocker, if I gave the last one a 3, I guess I got to give this one a 3 too because it also has Safe. Wait, it costs 1 to Digivolve? 2.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
2.
I'm going 2.
Yeah, this is a 2. This is obviously, I guess you could play it in the SkullKnightmon, but this is more likely Bogramon support.
Yeah, this is a Bogger
The Evo
card.
for 1 feels real bad.
That's really interesting. Yeah, this is a 2. I guess you would just cross with this card, so like most likely you're not
Right,
going to into
probably.
it, but yeah, this is a 2.
But if this is the only level 3 you draw, it's like, oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess my turn's over. Sorry.
Yeah. Numamon. On play / when digivolving by placing 1 Satsuki Tamahime from your hand is this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. One of your Digimon gains Rush for the turn.
That is the new tamer we'll be getting to later.
That's the
That has
black
mind
Digipolice
ability.
tamer.
Yes.
And the Inheritables
And this is also, this is also played in Commandramon. Again, any card that allows you to play your tamer for free. And gives
Very good.
This
very
indirectly lets you play it for free, but yes.
Yeah, and then it gives a Digimon Rush, which is what you want to do because you want your Commandramon to attack when they come out. I'll give this card a 4 out of 5. I'm sure maybe people will try and play this in other on-based decks just to give cards Rush, but I just don't know
Maybe
if
you still have
it'll
to
fit there.
play-
You have to have the
You have
tamer
to
in the
play
deck
the
in
tamer.
order. Like, if you don't
Right.
place the tamer, you don't get
So-
the Rush.
I get, I couldn't see this, I guess, being played anywhere else. And then Inheritable is
Blocker.
Blocker. Again, it gives Blocker. It's a 4 out of 5.
I'm gonna go 3. I think they could have done more with it. Yeah, it just It doesn't help you get bodies out to the board, but it supports getting your tamer out and giving one body rush. So yeah, I'm gonna go 3.
Brian, how can you go 3, 4? I mean, like, you're basically getting your tamer for free.
This indirectly lets you play the tamer
Rush.
for free.
But the problem is
end of your turn, you just unmind link. Your tamer's there now.
Hear me out, though, right? Hear me out.
No.
That tamer could potentially, depending on your matchup, that tamer could go in the trash, right? Let's say you're playing against Blue Hybrid. Okay, cool. My Commandramon has Rush now. Swing. Oh, Blast Evo, Zudomon. That tamer just went from your hand to the trash.
I think you're focused on just because there's counterplay to something doesn't immediately mean it's bad.
I don't know. I expected.
You just wouldn't
Why are
swing in
Redmon-
that matchup because you'd want to have your tamer on the field.
Yeah, as the Commandramon has like this really cool like protection effect. It's got all this really nice things going for it. And you get to this one, it's like yeah, okay.
You just don't swing to not play into the Blast Evo.
This card has literally 3 effects.
This
it's a level
this card's a
4.
4. I don't understand what Brandon's talking about.
It's a level 4 with 2,000 D.
I'm gonna start coming up with random scenarios where if you play badly, you'll get punished.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Sean. That's what Brandon does. He comes up with impossible
Like,
scenarios.
if you're terrible and play into this deck, trying to do this one thing that you know to play around, you'll get punished. This card
People
sucks.
do it, man.
Brandon's
Damemon
crazy.
has Retail and on deletion save. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
And Inheritable
me
is also
neither.
blocker.
Does every black card in this set have blocker as an inheritable?
So this card is
Yeah.
really annoying because it can Evo on top of this guy to give it blocker,
Yep.
or I guess this guy, but it also has Retail and save.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a
that's a 3.
3.
I'll give
I'm
it
gonna
a
say
3.
3.
If the archetype
probably-
was better, it would be higher, but
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be better. Yeah.
yeah.
The Bagra army archetype is okay.
You can say it, it's bad. High Commandramon, which is literally just Metal Greymon, let's be real.
No, it's
It's Metal Greymon with a riot
Wearing
shield
riot
and a
gear. Yeah,
grenade
right here.
launcher from the looks of it.
I think the level 5 is the Metal Greymon.
Yeah, this is like Greymon. Well,
This looks
Oh,
like
but it is
Metal
kinda
Greymon.
like- it is kind of like a little Metal Greymon. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
it's got
he
a-
does have the helmet, yeah.
It's got a SWAT vest on. I love it.
Yeah, when attacking, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one card with a De-Brigade Digipolice trait with a play cost of 3 or less among them without paying the cost, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. So this doesn't let you put them back on the top if you want. Rule: this card is Digimon is also treated as Commandramon, so you could play this for
Very
free
good.
off the. That's pretty stupid.
Yep.
Yep.
Inheritable. All turns once per turn when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effect by deleting one of your other guys. Prevent that from whatever. This is really, really good as well.
Yeah, no,
4
this,
out of
this
5.
is like
This
is a 4.
This is a 4. I'm pretty sure
This is why I went lower with the Numemon, because this card is just better.
Oh my god.
It does better for the deck. You want to see this over that Numemon.
This guy lets you play. Does the Tamer have Digibleed trait?
Yes.
So it lets you play the Tamer for free as well.
Yeah.
I believe it does. I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't see why not. I wouldn't see why it wouldn't have the trait. Yeah, type Digipolice.
Okay, yeah. So this lets you play the Tamer for free as well. This card's for sure a 4. And the fact that you can play it off the things that let you play Commandramons for free is pretty crazy.
Especially since those things are going to get their on plays.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seems
Guys,
good.
I'm telling you, sneaky deck this format. It's gonna be Commandramon.
I mean, it seems like it's going to be good. It'd be a shame if I just slammed a Pillowmon on the field and told him good luck.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if I Crimson Blazed your whole field and then told you, I guess you can't do anything during your turn.
If you
Shut up, Brandon. You're not playing Crimson Blaze this set.
Crimson Blaze, that's a good card to use against Lugumon.
Yeah. No, 100% it is.
That's another card I'm going to put in. Vegemon. On play / when Digivolving by returning one Digimon card from your opponent's trash to the top of their deck. Gain 1 memory.
Okay.
First of all, this is a Vegemon and this is not green, so I'm gonna give it a 1.
It's a 1. Yeah.
This
what
is
really doing?
this is such a weird effect. I mean,
So,
3 to hard play, I guess.
no, it's 4 to hard play.
Well, you're gaining a memory, so
Oh, you're right. Yeah, if your opponent has trash at that point, yeah.
yeah, that's bad.
This,
One.
yeah.
It's a 1.
There's obviously I think there's a point to this, but we don't get it
there's
yet.
not.
So yeah,
No, there's
that's a 1.
no, it's not.
Datamon. All turns, this Digimon can't be deleted by your opponent's effects.
Okay.
That's pretty good, but
Two.
What else is it doing? It's
you
a
can,
2.
you can play this against Lugumon and be like, LOL.
It just sits on the board.
Yeah.
That's a good thing I'm just killing you. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's sad.
2. I have no
I
words.
can't delete. I can't delete your Datamon. It's a good thing I've already went through all 6.
This is a 2. If there's a way to give this as like if something like gains this effect by being on top of it, then this would be really
imagine
good.
that was an inheritable 5 out of 5.
Oh my god, this would
That's
be
a 5 out of 5.
broken.
Especially
Black
since it's
War
gonna
best
be
deck.
Yeah, Machinedramon tier 1.
Oh, Machinedramon would be oh my god, dude. I don't think you'd have if you never. Well, thankfully, Blue Hybrid is like source strip now, so like I think it'd have a hard time.
As long as Machinedramon's around, we'll never get crazy cyborg or machine trick.
Yeah, sadly, dude.
Protection or anything crazy like that.
Yeah, so that's a 2. Black King Numemon. On deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Monzumon and its name among them to your hand, and play 1 Digimon card with Numemon and its name among them without paying the cost. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck, and then the inheritable is also blocker.
God, everything just gives blocker.
I'm gonna give this a 2.
It's a 2.
The reason why not 3 like the other ones is because it's a level 5.
Yeah, I think this is Gummymon or Gummy Bear support. Yeah, this is a 2 for me. You guys froze. Did your internet crash?
Yeah, I was about to say, we froze that entire time you were talking.
Could you hear me?
My whole thing crashed.
Yeah. I heard you at the very end when you said this is Gummymon support, and it's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked over at you guys and realized, like, I didn't talk for too long before I realized you guys were frozen.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a 2.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2.
Gummy Bear
2.
support.
Move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cargodramon. This is a Digipolice card. On play / when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with a De-Brigade Digipolice trait with a play cost of 4 or less among them without paying their cost. Trash the rest. And then
Very good.
all turns once per turn, one of your other Digimon is deleted. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one Commandramon among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest.
So
This fills
this
up
is
your
where we
trash
start.
very nicely.
Yes, this is where we start getting to the point where now we're filling up our trash,
Mm-hmm.
and then not only that, notice how its play cost now is 4 instead of just 3, because now this can play the level 4 as well.
Yeah, this can play a lot of stuff. You can play the Sealsdramon from EX3.
Yep, and the Numamon. So again, these are the kind of cards that this archetype needed. A way to fill up the trash and still search the top of your deck and play out stuff. Very good card. I'm gonna give it another 4 out of 5. I don't want to give these cards 5 out of 5 because they're so archetype specific.
Mm-hmm.
I think for a card to really be a 5 out of 5, it needs to be able to play outside of just what it's intended to.
I mean, unless it's just so dummy broken that it just warrants the 5.
Unless it's like the Tama for Lugamon, where it's not a once per turn effect and it breaks the deck. This doesn't break the deck. It's just a very good card for the deck.
Yeah, this is a 4 for me as well.
Yeah, 4 easy 4.
All right. Vedamon, on play. This looks like attack, like when Mars attacks or whatever.
Okay.
On play / when Digivolving with the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon for each Digimon card among them. Return the revealed cards to the top or bottom of the deck.
That's cheeky.
Okay.
That's
Brandon, we were just talking about this card the other day. Because there's this card and then it's level 6 are really weird and interesting cards. Now I would never play them. Because it's such a it's only 2 cards. But if we started getting like an entire archetype around these 2 cards, I think that would be kind of low-key crazy, because then you can start to control what your opponent's possibly going to be drawing.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that idea. So I'm going to give this a 3, just because I love the idea of where they're going with it, and I hope we get some more of this kind of stuff.
This deck would be
easy.
Yeah, this would be very annoying to play against if this gets like an actual like deck around it.
Yeah,
exactly.
3. Yeah, it's an easy 3. It's just cheeky. It's so fun. It's a funny card.
This is a 3 for me as well. Platinum Numamon. On play / when Digivolving by trashing 1 card with Numamon in its name in your hand, gain 2 memory. On deletion, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with Numamon / Monzumon in its name from your hand without paying the cost.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 3. I don't think there's enough good Numamon cards or Monzumon cards out yet to really take full advantage of this card.
I mean, I'm looking at the DP.
Yeah.
This is a level 6.
It's a 9,000 DP level 6, but the intention is for it to die, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. You want this thing to die.
Yeah, it's still a 3 for me.
This feels like a 2 for me. I'm not sure. Do you play this?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
It seems like it's its own little archetype level 6. It's like own Numamon deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's enough Numamons where you could potentially build just that kind of deck. I just don't think they're all very good or good enough to like warrant playing, like building one.
Yeah. Meh.
Yeah. Hardcore meh. Moving on.
Yeah.
Ebomon.
Yep, this is the Vademon's level 6.
Okay. On play / when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Delete any number of your opponent's Digimon with a total play cost less than or equal to the play cost of 1 of the revealed Digimon cards. Return the revealed cards to the top or bottom of the deck.
So this is what I was talking about. You could Digivolve into the Vademon. You see what your opponent has. If they have a Digimon that gets revealed out of there, that you can then Digivolve into this and delete. Yeah, that's very good. Hey, I don't want you to draw that level 6 bottom of your deck. So not only are you popping a Digimon, but then you're going, all right, now send it to the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, this seems kind of scary.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it dodges so much protection. Because you're Digivolving and then you're popping it.
Yeah, this dodge is pretty much all protection besides specifically De-Evo protection.
Yeah.
I don't know what you'd play this in. Like, you could play 4 of these in the 4 of these and then 4 of the Vademons and be like, okay, now where's the rest of my deck? Like, I want to see them
What's your
do
end
more.
goal?
Yeah, I want to see more interesting cards or like more of an interesting line for these 2 cards that kind of fit around this. Like, I'm not saying I want all their cards to do these effects, but I want them to try and come up with something that like helps the deck. You know what I mean?
Like, imagine you could take a card from your opponent's trash and put it on top of their deck.
Right.
Just
like there's
to be
a
able
way
to use that effect to rake their deck.
You can.
Yeah, there's like a you can.
Literally, we read that card.
Yeah, it's the Vegemon,
Hold
right?
on. Yeah. This card
Is it
does
top
that.
of deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top of their deck.
Oh. Yeah, okay. All right. With
Yeah,
Vegemon.
I'm not playing that card.
Yeah, too bad it's Vegemon.
Yeah.
Carnivorous plant.
That's not. That's a black card that's supposed to be green.
Yeah, this is a 4. This is a 5 in pre-release.
Yeah, it's a 4.
If you get this line in pre-release, you're gonna make people upsetty spaghetti.
So salt.
I love this card. I agree. 4 for me, 5 for pre-release. Such a scary card that I think they're gonna be afraid to give support to.
Yeah, let me just de-evo and delete your ace. Thank you for the memory.
You can just de-evo the ace and still gain the memory.
Yeah, I'm saying you delete it and then pop the stack under it.
Ugh. Moving on. Blackware Greymon, but with
He's
more
a
stuff
jet.
on him. Brigadramon. When digivolving, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon so that their play cost total is up to 7 and delete them. The way they word these effects, man.
It's so weird.
Opponent's turn, all of your Digimon with the De-Brigade trait gain blocker.
Yep.
End of your turn, once per turn, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play any number of cards with the De-Brigade Digipolice trait up to a total play cost of 7 among them without playing the pay cost.
Trash the rest.
Trash the rest. So this also plays the timer for free.
Yep.
Yeah. Does this guy have an alt art?
He does.
Yes.
Yeah. It's literally Black War.
Yeah.
That's 100% Black War Greymon.
So he's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, this card
is a 5 out of 5. This card's very good.
5 out of 5. Finally, Commandramon D-Brigade Digipolice has a worthy boss monster that it's its own boss monster, not Darkdramon. For some reason, they tried to make that
something else.
Yeah, that's not even from its archetype or its line. We finally have its own. Yeah, no, it's not.
Why was it their boss monster then?
It can digivolve into it, but they created Brigadramon specifically for the Digipolice, for the De-Brigade.
Okay. I mean, they didn't really. It's Black War Greymon with extra parts. Like they didn't create it.
Darkdramon.
The entire Commandramon line. It's just Greymon cards with riot gear.
That's true. Yeah, they're just little Greymons.
You're right. Okay, so yeah, Sean, that's why I thought you'd love these cards because yeah, you should. Yeah, Darkdramon has its own line. This is our end goal. This is our boss monster. We're gonna have so many Commandramons on the board. They're all gonna have blocker and we have good inheritables that help us prevent our Digimon from being destroyed. We're going to be able to destroy our little Digimon to save our big Digimon. Now, the only problem with this is I really wish somewhere, and I know it'd be way too good, this is just my copium, I'm sniffing the hell out of it. I really wish somewhere on one of these cards we got some extra security attack. Just, like... That would be crazy.
Dude,
I know.
What?
I know. I'm coping. I would just love to see it.
Imagine they gave this deck alliance.
Imagine you played some yellow source in this deck and played Spiral Masquerade in it.
I'm sorry. I just want more. I just want more Commandramon stuff. I want these cards to do even more than what they already do. 5 out of 5. It's such a good card. I love it.
This card's actually this card and the archetype is getting kind of insane. Yeah, this is a 5 for sure.
We love.
Also, shout out to Josh. He's gonna miss all those triggers.
Oh yeah, it's Commandramon's getting kind of complicated. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Moving on to purple.
Yeah, Gabumon, inheritable, on deletion, gain 1 memory.
Yeah, we've had that since like BT3.
Yeah.
2 out of 5.
Yeah, you can Evo Gazi X on top of this, but like.
Okay.
Meh? This is a 1 for me. Like, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, this is too little too late. Gabumon. Inheritable, your turn once per turn. When a card is trashed from your hand, by your effect, gain 1 memory.
So I'm going to give this a 3, but
A 3. Yeah.
Old Teacup, it's going to be a 4. Because you are now forced to play this, because this is probably your best level 3 after your Lugamon, this is going to be your next level 3 with your starter deck 16 Gabumon.
I was about to say, you can play
Lugamon
starter deck.
3X.
Okay.
Yeah, with this, you're playing this instead of your Dracmon in Old Teacup.
I think this is solid generic purple support, which is pretty rare.
Yes.
I
Agreed.
would also give this a 3.
Yeah, so because even if you're playing the purple matte, that's a +2 memory off of that, which is pretty good.
I mean, purple likes to discard cards. I could see this even being randomly played in what's it called, Belfie, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah.
So like
Potentially.
that's just another memory gain.
Yeah. This is a decent card.
Yeah, I like it.
This little guy,
Yep, we're getting here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lugamon. This card's
Yep.
broken.
love
Start your
this
main
guy.
phase by placing 1 Ag Nagasumi from your hand to trash under this Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card. Gain 1 memory. Your turn inheritable once per turn. When your card with the Dark Animal SOC trait is played, gain 1 memory. This is
Busted.
a rookie that effectively lets you play your Tamer for free from your hand
free.
or trash.
Yeah. So there are so many cards in this deck that allow you to discard cards, and if you remember what the Tama does, what you essentially get to do with this is you get to tuck your AG under him to gain a memory. You're probably going to be at 2 memory now, which is enough to Evo into your level 4. Your level 4 is going to ditch a card. Your level 4 is then going to Evo into the level 5 you just ditched. Your level 5 is going to spawn a body from the trash, gaining you another memory. It seems pretty good.
And trash another card that lets you Evo into the
Your
level
level
6.
6. And then, of course, he also has an alt art.
Yeah. This deck is very scary.
This deck is ignorant.
Yeah. This guy's a 5 out
care.
of 5 for sure.
Yeah, 5 out
Yeah.
of 5. Easy.
See, here's the problem though, and the reason why I'm not scared when Brandon plays this deck, because I know he will never open a good enough hand to utilize any of these effects.
Yeah.
Tell that to Sean.
You can.
We weren't playing
talk about this
IRL
stem.
though.
You can call.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can talk about the stem all you want. As soon as we sit down for locals and you draw your opening hand and then mulligan, and it's even worse the first
I
hand.
guess I just can't play.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're gonna cry, and so I'm not afraid
Well,
of
we have
you
a
when
we
you
have a
play
level
this deck.
5. We have a level 5 that can fix your hand. We have there's so many cards that can fix your hand in this deck.
Put this deck in. Shout out to Ben. Put this deck in his hands, and I will be terrified.
Well, prepare yourself because he's gonna play it.
Oh, he's playing
Yeah,
it.
so
100%.
I'm terrified.
I'm very interested. I'm very interested to see how our builds differ.
Yeah,
Compare new-
5 out of 5. That card's stupid. This whole deck is stupid.
Yeah,
Bandai
here's another card
stupid.
for that deck.
Fangmon. On play / when attacking, return 1 purple Digimon card with a Dark Animal trait from your trash to your hand. Then trash 1 card in your hand. What does this let you do? Pick up a card and then discard it to proc your Balmon inheritable to Evo into that card.
So spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Sean's getting depressed.
It's so
Spoiler alert.
upsetting. This deck is broken.
Yeah, there's a level 5 and your level 6 that play cards for free from trash. So you can use your effects to play him from the trash, to ditch a card, to Evo that stack. It's going to keep going. And the fact it's an on play and when attacking, it's crazy.
Yeah, the deck, the entire line interacts with the Tama, and it lets you basically just turbo into your level 6 without
You just get to sit there and
passing
you
turn.
You just get to sit there and touch yourself while your opponent's like,
This is clearly the line, the deck that they chose for this set that is gonna sell this set. Is this line?
Yeah, this
he's the
deck
new- he's
is
like the
straight
new
up
character.
broken.
Right.
He is the new guy.
This and the Imperialdramon deck were the two from the web novel or the web series.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was clearly for the the competitive players, because this is gonna be the the next top deck.
Yeah, this deck is very good. This is, I mean, if I didn't know the Tama existed, this card would be probably like a 3. But
Right, and so it's a
But
4.
knowing what it's played in,
yeah, knowing that the Tama exists, this is a 4.
yeah, easy.
It's hard not to give a 5 to every single card in this line, honestly. This deck's so stupid. Ogremon. Your turn once per turn. When a card is trashed from your hand by your effect, gain 1 memory. Inheritable, same thing.
Exact same thing.
And this is...
I think again we're starting to see a nice little because Tyrannomon, the purple Tyrannomon.
That's what I keep thinking of every time I read these cards is BT6 Tyrannomon.
Now it finally seems to have a very good line that it can actually be played in, because this plus the Gabumon's not too bad, honestly.
Yeah, you could evo into Tyrannomon for 2 memory, and depending on your level 5, you could potentially evo into it for 1.
Yeah, right. I'd say this is a solid 4.
Yeah, this is a really good card 4.
Very good generic purple support. Yep. All right, the next card in the Lupin deck.
Lugarmon.
Here we go.
When attacking, by trashing 1 card from your hand, draw 1. If AG is in this Digimon's evolution cards, gain 1 memory. Inheritable, your turn once per turn. When your card with the Dark Animal SOC trait is played, gain 1 memory. So this when attacking effect lets you proc your Tama and evo into that card you discarded. This whole deck is stupid. I'll give this a 4.
Yep, 4.
I don't like this deck. 4. This deck is scary.
It gives you 2 extra memory to work with.
Okay, so everyone's gonna ask, "Oh, you guys are calling this deck so broken. Why are you only giving the cards 4 out of 5?" Okay, because if we take away the Tama, this deck is not. Yes, all of these come down because you are not doing all the Digivolution for free. Yeah. So these cards themselves are very good, but
because of what's under them.
Because of the Tama, it makes them broken. So again, these cards by themselves in a vacuum are not 5 out of 5. They are not broken.
These are basically these are like 3s maybe if the Tama doesn't exist. Like that's why the Tama is 6 out of 5 because it breaks the deck.
They are literally so perfectly made to be broken in this deck.
They could have just made the Tama once per turn, dude. How hard would that have been?
Just had one
we get the set and we open up a pack and we read the card and it says once per turn. It's
my god, dude! I wish I already looked it up just to make sure. Moving on.
All right, Devimon.
Devimon on play / when attacking, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Your turn, this Digimon gets plus 1,000 DP for every 3 cards in your deck. I mean, your trash. On deletion, trash 1 card in your opponent's hand without looking. I like the way they worded this. It makes it like I'm imagining this happening, but like actually just means you can't look at their hand. Like you just have to pick one. This card's
you have to look away.
Yeah, it's like
that one, I guess.
Yeah. This card's okay.
Where does this fit? Where does this go?
I think a Devimon deck we don't have yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I gotta see more of this line before like I consider this card any good, because like it's a mill deck.
It could be right? Yeah, it could be Dan Devimon support, but we just don't have a new Dan Devimon to put in it.
Yeah, because Dan Devimon does rip cards from hand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 2 because I'm not entirely sure exactly where it would fit right now. And
yeah, I agree with the 2. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, I mean mid to late game this could be like pretty swole.
It's also a 3. It's a 3 to Digivolve, so.
Oh yeah, this is a 2. Yeah, you're right.
That's easy too.
Might even be a 1, honestly. I'm only giving it a 2 because I'm assuming they have plans for it in the future.
Right.
Yeah.
SkullKnightmon. This is the 3rd SkullKnightmon I think we've got. No, maybe 4th.
Yeah,
they're all still bad.
Yeah, I mean the best one we got was the BT6 one.
The one with the retail is the inheritable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the purple.
Yeah. When Digivolving, by trashing 1 card in your hand, delete one of your Digimon with the lowest level and one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. Interesting.
It's kind of bad.
On deletion, you may play 1 Agumon from your trash without paying the cost. If you have a tamer with Taikami in its name, that Digimon gains Rush for the turn. This also evos on a level 4 with Greymon in name for 3 memory.
Why'd they even make this purple then?
This, I guess because it's a SkullKnightmon.
Yeah, because it does deletion stuff.
So
The first Skull Greymon was red.
I know
Yeah,
the
we didn't
first
have an
Skull Greymon was
on-deletion
red,
effect.
but it probably should have been purple. Like since then, all the Skull Greymons have been purple.
Yeah.
I think this is clearly more bond support that we've gotten in this set.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
It was Agumon Rush.
Like the fact that you can,
Agumon and
like,
Ty.
you could swing with this guy, and it dies, and you play an Agumon out, and then like warp Evo into bond.
I mean, I guess you could warp Evo into the new Secret Rare War Greymon we're going to get to in here in a bit.
Yeah, most of the new War Greymon cards, like the last 3, Evo on top of this guy because they're not color specific, and this guy has Greymon
Right.
in his
Cool,
name.
I guess it's niche. It's niche.
I think I can't remember if BT12 or Greymon requires it to say Metal Greymon or if it's just Greymon.
I'm gonna give this a 2 because I think it's way too. What's the word I'm looking for?
situational.
Situational.
Niche.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, way too niche. I think you need way too much to happen for this to be any
Yeah.
good of a card.
I agree
Yeah,
with it
this
too.
is really random. I think they should have made it purple red.
Dual
Yeah.
color would have been cool.
That way you could search this off of the training cards or the memory boost cards in a red deck because clearly this goes in a red deck. We don't have a purple Agumon.
Yeah.
Nope.
When we do though, yeah.
Agumon in every color.
Yeah, this is a 2. Yeah, because we have a yellow one, a
Green.
red, green. We don't have a regular Agumon in blue yet. We just have like snow.
I was
Agumons
gonna
and
say
stuff.
snow Agumon.
Yeah,
I don't know if we count that.
we have them in black, obviously. So yeah,
Yeah, because I mean, we have a purple Agumon expert.
nah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think
I try to
count that.
forget those cards exist because they all suck. Skulls Satamon on play / when digivolving, trash the top 2 cards of both players' decks. Okay, mill support.
Okay.
Your turn once per turn. When a card is trashed from your opponent's deck, gain 1 memory. So this guy evos for
Okay.
3, but actually 2.
But yeah, it's
2,
actually
yeah.
2.
This
That's interesting.
I'll give it a
Fun plays
3.
for 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, hard
I'll
plays
give it
for
a
6.
3. I like it. More mill support cards. We will slowly but surely get to a mill deck that's
Yeah.
like
One day we will get an
super
empty jar deck.
consistent. Yeah. So yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I like it.
I give it
Yeah,
a 3 as
3's
well.
good.
Yeah.
All right, more broken cards.
I also hate this card. This card's really stupid. Hellugermon. End of your turn. Delete this Digimon and draw 2. Seems pretty good.
Yep,
Then you
not
may
done yet.
Then you may return 1 Lugumon, so that's the rookie, from your trash to your hand. On deletion, you may trash up to 3 cards with the Dark Animal SOC trait in your hand, then delete one of your opponent's Digimon that's level 3 or lower. For each card trash by this effect, add 1 to the maximum level of Digimon you can choose by this effect. So you can pop up to level 6.
So this is a level 5 that lets you draw cards, lets you recycle a card, and then has built-in removal. So your level 6 is going to play out level 4s for free, and then to end your turn, you evo into this, pop off, tap all your analog youths, and just have free pluses. This card has no downside.
This is literally an option card that is better than, like, it's an option card that's also a level 5. Because you can just hard play this for
literally-
7 to pass turn, and then trigger his end of turn effect and delete an opponent's mega while, like, drawing 2 cards and grabbing your rookie out of your trash.
He's an
I think
option
out of-
card disguised as a Digimon.
Yes.
See now, this is the one card I was thinking of that, like, the Tama's really good and triggers a lot of this deck, but this card by itself, without really the Tama, breaks the deck
Still
too.
good.
This still is very good. This is a 5
This-
for sure. Because
Yes,
standalone on
this
this
was the
card's
other-
really...
This was the other card in this line that I want to give a 5 to, because this without the Tama is still very good. The
Yes.
other cards require the Tama. This one does not require the Tama. This one's going to pop off even without it.
Mhm.
Irregardless, yeah. What's crazy is I would actually argue that this deck has a better level 5. The fact this next level 5 is better than this Hellugermon is insane. This deck literally has 2 level 5s right off the rip that are just actually cracked.
Yeah, I'm
They're
not a
literally
huge
broken.
fan of the fact that they just introduced an entire deck in one set that makes it tier 1.
immediate.
Yeah, I liked it better when they just sprinkled support over the course of a few sets until the deck got good. But this deck is just like out of the box, just like good.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy Tier 1.
Yes, this is extremely Tier 1.
So speaking of that level 5.
So yeah, this deck got 2 different level 5s in the same set. SkullKnightmon. When did you evolve? You may play 1 level 3 or lower card with a dark animal SOC trait from your trash without paying the cost. If AG is in this Digimon's Evolution cards, add 1 to the maximum level of card you can choose this effect. When attacking, by trashing 1 card in your hand, gain 1 memory. Oh, look, you can trash a card.
To gain memory as well.
And then your inheritable, your turn once per turn. When your card with the dark animal SOC trait is played, you may unsuspend this Digimon.
So, essentially, if you're not picking up what this is doing, you are going into your level 5 off of your level 4 discarding something. You're playing a level 4 from the trash, and then you're going to be able to ditch another card from your hand
From the level
to
4.
Evo into your level... Huh?
Yeah, from your level 4 that you just played for free.
From the level 4 you just played, you're discarding a card from hand to Evo into the level 6 from your trash because you just discarded it.
Mm-hmm.
And then your level 6 is going to trigger. It's going to play more cards from trash, so you're going to unsuspend. And then you now have a body on the board that potentially has 6 security checks and unsuspends twice.
Well, it's alliances once per attack, so
Yeah.
you would have to swing and then unsuspend and then swing, but yes.
Well, I'm saying 6 total checks with the ability to unsuspend twice.
You go into level 6 and you trigger alliance because the entire stack has alliance, so it doesn't matter that the level 6 didn't actually see the attack go through with the bodies that you just spawned on the field for free.
Yeah. So this guy starts that, and if you remember, the other 2 inheritables for the 3 and the 4 gain you a memory whenever you play a body.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were actually able to Evo into the SkullKnightmon naturally, like by using a training card or something like that, and then swung with him, you can gain 3 memory off of Evoing into your level 5.
Which you don't even need to do because the level 6 is broken.
Yep, level 6 is even worse.
So this is...
even better. This is a 5.
This is a 4 for me because if it didn't have the Tama, this would not be anywhere near as degenerate.
Again, exactly. 4 out of 5 because of what Sean just said. This card is very good, but the Tama puts it over the top.
Yeah.
It doesn't go over the top. It doesn't go over the top by itself because if that Tama said once per turn, you couldn't go into the level 4, do its thing, and then go into this and do its thing,
and then go into the 6.
Right. So again, the Tama puts it over the top. The other level 5 before this, by itself doesn't need the Tama. That's why I think it's a 5 out of 5.
I would only slightly disagree. The reason I'm giving this one a 5 is because it allows you to unsuspend, which there are 2 level 5s in other archetypes currently sitting on the limited list just because they let you do that. And this card also spawns a body, gains a memory, and trashes from your hand. Because Doru, he's at 1 because he lets Alphamon unsuspend.
No, he doesn't.
Savior, what? No, he doesn't.
No, that was a security check +1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then Savior, he just came off the restricted list specifically because he let Jessmon unsuspend.
Yeah.
But he sat on that limited list for a while because he did with this
Tama.
Think about you're playing this deck without the Tama, then think about how good this card is.
The Tama ramps it into this though. The Tama is what lets you get into this so fast.
Well, there are other cards you can play in the Dark Animal archetype that does what the Tama does, just not as good.
Yeah, because it's a when attacking effect.
Yeah, it's a when attacking effect.
This is what I want you to do, Brandon. Build this deck and then don't play that Tama.
Yeah, build the deck and play like Sunamon. And then talk to me about how good this card is.
Yeah.
Gulmon.
Another milk card.
Yeah, when evolving / when attacking, once per turn, for every 10 cards in your trash the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck.
Very good.
When attacking, once per turn, if your opponent has 10 or more cards in their trash, this Digimon gains security attack +1 for the turn.
The fact that it's only for the turn means you have to trigger it during that turn, which, I mean, you're going to do it every time you attack anyway, so it's not a huge deal. My biggest issue is he's only 11k. He's kind of squishy.
It's kind
I'm
of
gonna give this. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5. It's a 7. Is it a Demon Lord? Yeah.
it's a Demon Lord, not a 7 Great Demon Lord though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a 3 out of 5. I think it's
A
an
3.
average card.
Yeah,
It's okay.
This is it's weird. This is a 3 though.
It's also kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie.
It's wild looking, but
Yeah, it is weird looking.
All right, on to this card.
Now the boss monster.
Finralugumon, which if none of you have seen this deck play, now you'll start to piece this together.
This card is crazy.
When Digivolving, you may play one level 4 or lower card with a Dark Animal SOC trait from your trash without paying the cost. If AG whatever is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, add 2 to the maximum number of Digimon you can play with this effect. That's 3 dudes you can play for free. Seems good.
Jesus.
When attacking once per turn, by deleting one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon. For each of your Digimon in play, add 1 to the maximum level of Digimon you can choose this effect. So that means you can pop all the way up to level 7 if you have enough dudes in play, which this guy just spawned 3 bodies. So that's 4
5.
right. That's 4 right there. And if you're 5 played out a dude, that's 5. So you can immediately do whatever you want. And then your turn, the condition to end your turn becomes your opponent having 3 or more memory.
So just that last line is already the most broken thing this card does.
Yes.
Because it changed a fundamental rule of the game. It is no longer, hey, my memory setter set me to 3, I have access to 3 memory. No, I have access to 5 memory. You have a memory setter, you have 3 memory. I have a memory setter, I have 5. That's having you choking me to 1 memory means I still have 3 memory.
Ben said something funny whenever we were playing. He was like, until you have 3 memory, it's our turn.
It's our turn. So, there is a card printed, of course, that has the Dark Animal trait. I'm going to put it up here on the screen now.
Yeah, Black
This is
Gabumon.
Black Gabumon. This is a card with the Dark Animal trait. It's a level 4, and it has Rush. Its inheritable is also Retaliation. So this deck has access to Retaliation, which you're probably never putting this in a stack.
Probably not.
But being able to spawn multiple of these from your trash means you can just straight up steal games. This deck is insane.
Yeah, this guy's a 5.
This is a 5. Yeah, this is a 5.
This guy without the
5.
Tama is still extremely degenerate and broken.
So hold on. Explain to me the end of turn condition is opponent having 3 or more memory.
If I'm at 2 memory,
Yeah, if you're
I play a card for 4 memory, putting you to 2 memory, it's still my turn.
yeah.
Okay,
So like
that
when
is
they
how that worked.
Yeah, so when they warp
Jesus
Evo into this
Christ.
guy, but with all of their effects, it's gonna pass turn, but they're
But not
gonna
really.
keep it at 2 or fewer to where it's still their turn because of how this guy works.
How would that even? Well, okay, so I guess if you don't die, the only benefit is you're going to be guaranteed more than what 2 or 3 memory.
No, the way this deck chokes once they go into this guy is giving you 3 memory. That's the minimum they can give you at that point. But most decks are going to be
Unless they kill
playing
him.
memory setters, so like that's kind of irrelevant.
Oh well, good thing this card's balanced, huh?
Yeah. It's a good thing this
Yeah,
thing's only...
let the hate flow
guarantee
through you. This card's
I'm-
broken.
I'm guaranteed 3 memory. Thank God this card's super balanced.
Oh, dude, it's cool though because you're not going to get another turn because when this card comes out, they're just going to OTK you.
Yeah, the only way I get stopped is through an option card in security.
Yeah, if you can blow him
Jesus.
up, it'll immediately cause the condition to go away. So like it'll pass turn. That's pretty much it.
Like, no longer are the days where swinging at security against blue, sitting at 0 memory, hits Hammer Spark and passes turn.
We're gonna potentially have like 3 players that are locals playing this.
Prepare
Me,
yourselves.
Ben, yeah, me,
4,
Ben.
4.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, there's going to be several people that are going to play this deck, and you're
So-
going to get real tired of seeing it.
So, just to put this in here right now, if you want to counter this deck, you need to play both Floodgates. Cannot reduce Digivolution cost, and cannot gain memory. You need to play both. Because the Tamer...
No, you need to play the Floodgates that keep you from playing Digimon by effects.
Yeah, those two.
Because
All 3 of those Floodgates hurt the deck.
the one that hurts the most is the play by effects, though, because that's what like lets them like turbo into their stack.
Hey guys, you want to counter this deck? You got to replace all your level 3s with just the Floodgates.
Just the
All right, have
Floodgate.
fun.
I don't think the Evo reduction and the memory cost reduction are very good unless you specifically have both of them on the field.
Yeah, because then you're
but-
hard locking them out of both of their.
Yeah,
Abilities.
but if you can have the ones that keep you from playing Digimon by effects, that by itself will keep them from being able to just completely pop off on you for the turn.
Yes.
They'll delete it though. Like it's not going to
they
stay on
will
the
have to
field
spend a
longer than a
turn to
turn.
delete it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they'll just play this guy. They'll just play him
Yep.
from their hand.
You could also just play Pummel Whack, which we'll get to in a bit.
Yeah.
I'm tired of talking about this deck. I'm already hating it.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
don't worry, we still have another card to get through.
Yeah. Prepare yourselves. All of you watching, BT14 is going to be really annoying. All right. Taikamiya. This is also not Greymon support. Starting your main phase, one of your Digimon with the vaccine trait gets 2,000 DP for the turn. Your turn, when a card is removed from your opponent's security stack by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory.
Who is this for?
What is this
Where
for?
do you play this? This card is a 2 out of 5. Do we need to spend any more time on this card?
No.
It's a 1 for me because it doesn't even. It
It's
has
not
tie
e-
in the name and it sucks.
It's not even on play / start a main phase. It's just start a main phase. Like you can't play this and immediately give something 2,000
Yeah, you're
DP.
right. 1.
It's
Yeah,
a
this
1.
is a
Give it a
1.
1. That card's trash.
Stupid. Joe Keto. On play, trash 1 Digivolution card from one of your opponent's Digimon. Your turn, when a card is trashed from under one of your opponent's Digimon by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory. This is literally the 3-cost blue Joe that we got in like the first set, but actually power
Yep.
creeped. It is
Yeah, it's
100%
power creep.
just it's that card with an additional effect that lets you trash on play.
Yeah, so he's like a 3.
Yeah, 3.
This is
Yeah.
a 3 for me. It's okay, but like you have better tamers in most decks that would
Agreed.
want to play.
Oh,
this.
also, since we were so busy talking about it, Fenrir Lugazalt,
I can't even
get
tell
that
what's
off my
going on,
screen.
man.
Yeah, get that
Yeah.
off my screen.
Don't put that.
Tyzalt.
That's a
Love
shame he
it.
sucks because that's a really cool altar.
It's a very nice alt art. And then, of course, Joe's alt.
Love it.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Joe sucks. TK Takashi. On play, by adding the top card of your security stack to your hand, you may place 1 yellow card with a vaccine trait from your hand at the bottom of your security stack. Your turn, when a card is added to your security stack by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory. So on play, he lets you resolve him, and then you would gain a memory because of the adding. So,
So he's a 2-cost hammer.
the way, yeah, effectively. So is Joe if they have a Digimon in play. But the way he works and the way he is worded, all 3 of these effects are optional.
Really?
Yeah, the on play, so anything that starts with by doing whatever is optional.
Oh, yeah.
And then you may place a yellow card with a vaccine trait from your hand to your security stack. That is also optional because you may not have. Yeah, it says you may, but even if it weren't may, your hand is private
hidden
information,
knowledge.
and you could just say you don't have a vaccine trait. And then the your turn, when a card is added to your security stack by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory. The by suspending also makes that optional. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, he's a really
I'm
good
gonna
tamer.
give it 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I would say he's a 4 for me, but he's very, very good in the vaccine deck. Like he lets him
Yeah.
set up the entire like thing.
Well, the thing is, what I really love about it is you can play this, put the Rapid mod in there, and then there's a certain card we're going to get to here in a little bit that just makes it to where you just don't even care.
Yeah,
It's really good.
Yeah.
And of course, his alt art.
Love it.
little
Very good
loaf of
altar.
bread. Mimi Tachikawa. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with plant, vegetation, fairy, and one of its traits among them to your hand. Place the rest in the bottom of your deck.
Great.
Your turn, when a Digimon becomes suspended by an effect, by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory.
Okay, so this is just searching for Bloomlord. Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. This is I might give it a 5 out of 5 because this is so good in Bloomlord.
Do you think they have space for it, though?
You would make space
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah,
This is a searcher, and you're gonna be gaining memory off of
This
it.
is
Yeah.
better than playing a memory
Yeah.
boost card in that deck.
What is
I agree.
the worst part? What is the worst part about Bloomlord when playing it?
Bricking.
Not seeing your Bloomlord. What does this get to? Bloomlord.
Or the
Yeah.
cards that search Bloomlord.
Yeah, or the
So-
cards that search blue. Yeah, it's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, this is a 5 for me. This is obviously
Altar.
Rosemont support, but it's Bloomlord support because
All Rosemont support is just Bloomlord support.
it's Bloomlord support in disguise.
Yeah.
All right, Satsuki Tamahimi.
Say that 5 times fast.
No. Security, play it without paying its cost, whatever. Start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon in play, gain 1 memory.
Yep.
Very nice.
Main Mind Link, which is a new keyword, to one of your Digimon with the Numamon or Monzimon in its name or the Digipolice trait. That puts the Tamer as the bottom card of the Digivolution sources. And then the Inheritable, all turns while the Digimon has Numamon or Monzimon in its name or the Digipolice trait, it gains Jamming and Reboot.
You get both.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
end of all turns, you may play 1 Satsuki Tamahimi from this Digimon Digivolution cards without paying the cost. So you would
You can detach it whenever you feel like.
yeah,
it,
you would mind link into this, swing with jamming, and then reboot and have blocker, and then end of your opponent's turn, you would play this back out, so you would gain the extra memory at the beginning of your turn.
And then you can mind link to a different stack if you so choose.
Yeah, or the same stack. Doesn't matter, yeah.
Just because this card and the next Tamer we're about to talk about are the only 2 cards in this game right now that we currently have that are going to have Mind Link.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's such a unique effect, and because of the way they made these 2 cards, they made them kind of low-key busted.
They did.
Because
off
normally, do you know how many cards we would have to play or have to have both of those effects as inheritables?
Yeah, jamming and reboot.
Yeah, that's a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Yeah, I would agree. This is a 5 out of 5. Like this,
And
this
her
and
alt-art's
the next
banging.
Tamer
Oh,
are
yeah.
yeah.
Alt
Flash
art,
us the alt art. Okay, she looks alright.
Simpable
Banging.
alt art.
Yeah. And then
Syntax is gonna be real on
this
that card.
douche, Eiji
This
Nagasumi. Security, play the card, whatever. Start of your main phase. If your opponent has Digimon in play, gain 1 memory. Mind Link, obviously we just learned, but this Mind Links to Dark Animal or SOC trait. And then the Inheritables, all turns. While this Digimon has the Dark Animal or SOC trait, this Digimon gains Alliance and Blocker. And then end of all turns, you can play him back out.
Both.
The fact
Yeah, so
this
he just
gives
steals the best keyword from green and says, "This is mine now."
yeah, this gives a deck that poops out dudes like it's going out of style. Alliance.
Alliance.
This is the word. Like this card's also a 5 out of 5. This was what enables Finn to OTKU. I cannot tell you how many times Ben promoted a rookie. He promoted the Lugumon and OTK'd me from 5 security.
Yep. I did it too. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think I'm like mixing both of y'all's matches in, but like together. But yeah,
Because it's so similar.
it's the same. I mean, it's the same thing. You just promote and kill me. You know, that's what happens.
Yeah, because like even then, what's even worse is if, let's say, by crazy happenstance, your level 6 dies. Okay, cool. I have 2 level 4s on the field. One of them has rush. 2 of them have rush. 3 of them have rush.
Typically, your turn passes if your Mega dies, though, because he's the only thing keeping it from your opponent's turn starting.
Yeah, I mean, on top of that, you just play Chimeramon, and it's just like more free swings for me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. I hate this deck. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
Alt art.
Yeah, that card
5 out of
sucks.
5.
Yeah, sucks. Stupid deck. Thanks, Bandai. Gen A. On play, you may reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 level 3 Digimon card and 1 non-white Tamer card among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck. Opponent's turn. When an opponent's level 5 or higher Digimon attacks, by suspending this Tamer, remove 1 Digimon from your breeding area to the battle area. This is so, like, this is
It's
so
troll.
it's so bad, but it's so funny because I know someone's gonna
want
get
it to be good.
Yes.
someone's gonna get
Yeah.
blown out by Blast Evo because they didn't play around this card. Like-
Okay, so we've already talked about this card. Like I think it was last week. But
Yeah, this card's a 1. Like
yeah, it's not good.
it's the search effect is awful because it only searches rookies.
So bad.
No,
Like we said,
no,
just make it
okay.
a 2 cost and
Yeah.
only give it the second effect.
Make it a
Okay,
1 cost,
listen,
only give it the
I'm
second
gonna-
effect.
I'm going to give this card a 2 of... It would normally be a 1. Only reason why I want to give it 2 is because the thought of
The thought of someone
getting,
doing it.
the thought of someone being able to pull this off on someone gives me so much copium, and I'm just like, I'm huffing on it right now.
It's gonna happen. Someone's
Yes,
not gonna be able to play around this,
So,
and they're just gonna be like, I guess I lose if you have a blast evo.
Yeah.
So I'm giving this a 2 just for the me sitting here closing my eyes thinking, wow, that would be awesome.
The meme is alive.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's still one of my books, but
All right, option
Yeah.
cards.
a Mega Flame 4-cost option. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. If you have Digimon with Greymon in its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP instead. Securities activate the main effect. This card sucks. This card sucks so bad.
This is just a better
1.
version of the Metal Greymon Ace.
1.
Yeah, this is a 1 because potentially, so they made the second effect non-optional. So if you're playing Greymon deck and they have a rookie on the field, but you want to pop something that has 6,000 DP, you literally have to pop the rookie. This card is actually a zero for me.
0.
I would never put this in a deck. This card is actually bad, and it's a four cost to play.
And I take it back.
Bro, Heir of Dragons is better than this in every way, and it costs.
You're gonna
3
draw
memory.
cards.
Yeah, yeah. That card sucks.
Get out of here.
It's so bad. Anyways, Dragon of Courage, 4-cost option. While you have a tamer with Taikami in its name, you may use this card, ignoring its color requirements. Probably won't come up, but potentially. Main, by placing one Greymon and one Metal Greymon from your trash as the bottom Digivolution cards of one of your Agumon. That Digimon may digivolve to War Greymon in your hand, ignoring its Digivolution conditions without paying cost. Securities, you may play an Agumon from your hand or trash without paying the cost, then add this card to its owner's hand.
The problem with this card is Greymon doesn't have the ability to manipulate their trash.
That's my biggest issue, yes.
If this would have said from hand...
Or from hand or trash.
Hand or trash, it would have been good.
Yeah, this would have been actually playable if it was hand or trash, because you could just promote and then warp Evo for 4 memory. But yeah, I don't think this card's any good. I think people will have some copium and put it in their decks and they'll quickly realize, or maybe never realize, but this card's bad.
I could see it being like a late game kind of thing. Like,
when you're playing War Greymon for late game, you're not playing War Greymon.
Yeah, if you're in the late game with War Greymon, you've lost.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this card's only like really good if it's like late game.
This should have been just from your hand.
Yeah.
At least, let's give it a little bit of credit.
No.
The security effect at least sets it up to be usable the next turn, but you still have to have met the requirements.
You still have to put this card in your deck, which is a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 1.
This card's a 1. This card sucks. It was like it was
so close.
Yeah, so close. Thanks, Bandai. This is the first set where the Greymon support we've got's been actual trash tier, but like all the other archetype support's been really good.
Yeah.
All right. Wave of Reliability, 2 cost. Trash 2 Digivolution cards from under your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have a tamer with Joe Kido in its name, so that includes Sora and Joe. Let's go.
Let's go.
Choose one of your Digimon. Okay. Then if your opponent does not have a Digimon with equal or more Digivolution cards than that Digimon, unsuspend that Digimon.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like that.
Securities activate the main effect, then add this card to your hand. So this card's pretty good for Source Strip.
Yeah, I think
for free. Essentially,
I'm gonna give this
basically because if your opponent has no Digimon in play, this just unsuspends.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this the 3 out of 5. I think that the security effect is really good too because it activates it and then also adds it to your hand.
Yeah, it trashes any 2 sources amongst your opponent's Digimon. So yeah, the security effect's really good.
That's a 3 for me as well. I like that. That's a good card.
Yeah, I think that's a solid 3.
Not a waste of space.
Marching Fishes. Yeah, like the Dragon of Courage card. 3 cost. Main, choose one of your Digimon. 3 of your opponent's Digimon with equal or fewer Digivolution cards than the chosen Digimon can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn.
Oh.
This is potentially okay, but security is one of your opponent's Digimon can't attack for the turn, then add this card to its owner's hand.
So if you go wide, like this could be a potential good card if you have a tall stack.
This card is okay. The fact that it requires your opponent to have Digimon in play.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not as good as the last card.
Yeah, it's not, because the other one doesn't care if your opponent doesn't have anything in play. This one requires your opponent to like kind of play into it, which makes it worse inherently.
Yeah, so I'd go with 2.
Yeah, I'll give
a 2.
I'll give it a 2.
All right, one of the best cards. Let's go.
Messenger of Hope. This card is kind of broken. One
5
cost.
out of 5.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 5. Main, look at your security stack. One of your Digimon may digivolve into a level 6 or lower yellow Digimon card with the vaccine trait among them without paying the cost. Then shuffle your security stack. If your Digimon digivolve with this effect and you have a tamer with TK Takashi in its name, recover +1. Security, you may play one Patamon from your hand or trash without paying the cost, then add this card to its owner's hand.
Yeah, so if you remember what the TK did, you can see how these 2 cards together are really broken.
The TK and the Pata.
Yeah, TK Pata, like the whole lower level of this deck, plus this card, like the fact it's a 1 cost.
Yeah,
It's actually insane.
There's a lot of very good yellow cards with vaccine trait. Venusmon, BT4 War Greymon,
Actually
Rapidmon.
insane. Like being able to put Rapid in your security with the TK, and then Messaging of Hope to pull it back out onto your stack for free.
Yeah.
It's actually insane.
Yeah,
But
this
guys,
card
they
is busted.
but guys, they balanced it by only doing 6 or lower.
yeah, they did.
Yeah, thank God we couldn't do a level 7.
Thank God. I mean, I would have been pretty mad if you could ruin mode for one memory.
Yep.
Yeah. Is Ruin Mode a vaccine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
He looks like a virus, but
okay.
he is in fact a vaccine.
That is
So yeah,
very
5
good.
out of 5.
Yeah, that card's
Yeah, 5 out of
broken.
5. Easy. Is
Heaven's
that a
Knuckle.
common or an uncommon?
I think it's an uncommon. Yeah, so that pre-release stamp card will be pretty
Oh, that
expensive.
pre-release is going to be expensive.
Yeah. Heaven's Knuckle. 4 cost. Main, activate one of the following effects. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP for the turn. Or by deleting one of your Angemon, place one of your opponent's Digimon at the bottom of their security stack. Securities activate the main effect, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, okay. I can vibe with that. That's a pretty okay card. I don't know if you play it, but
This card's interesting. I don't think you play it.
No.
I mean, it lets you trigger off your Angemon, which is good because the Angemon does have an on-deletion.
It does. It's just the issue with this is opportunity cost. There's not enough room in that deck to put this in.
Yeah, you're never playing it.
Yeah, this is a 2 for me, I think.
Yeah. I'll give it.
Because the art is really nice.
I believe that's Fist of Fate, but I guess it's Heaven's Knuckle now.
Yeah, I'll give
in
it 2.
Japan, yeah.
All right, on to the green stuff. Poison Ivy, 1 cost. One of your opponent's Digimon gains all turns when the Digimon becomes suspended, lose 2 memory until the end of your opponent's turn.
Oh, another Ice Wall. Great.
Security, activate this card's main effect, then add this card to your hand.
So just Ice Wall. Okay, great.
I mean, this card is obviously a mistake, but at least it's not a blanket effect. They have to actually have the
already be
Digimon
on
in
the
play. The issue is you could play this and then suspend their stuff, and like it'll let you like pop off even harder.
Imagine, hear me out, if Ice Wall's security effect said gain 2 memory and then add this card to your hand.
That's crazy.
I mean, this would just make something else gain the effect. It wouldn't be able to target the Digimon that swung into security.
Yeah.
But
still, that's really good.
This seems like a really good card. I don't know if they'll have room to play it, but if they do, like, this will be very annoying.
Yeah, as a card by itself, I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
I would agree.
Yeah, it's a 4. Yeah.
It's like a semi-balanced Ice Wall, but still not really. Flowering Sincerity, main, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have a tamer with Mimi Tachikawa in its name, one of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. Security, activate the main effect, then add this card to your hand.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not nearly as good as the last one.
Yeah.
And it needs more requirements.
Yeah, this requires a lot whenever you could just Samadhi Santi for 1 memory.
Yeah, Samadhi Santi.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think
So
that
I'm
would
gonna
be
go with a
better.
1.
Yeah, this is a 1. I don't think you would play this. This is a worse
Other
version
cards
of that
do
card.
what it does better.
Yeah, agreed. Suka's Curse, 3 cost. Main, one of your non-white Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Sukamon in its name from your hand without paying the cost and ignoring Digivolution requirements.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty interesting. Rule, this card is also treated as having Sukamon in its name.
Oh, so it's searchable. Okay.
And security, change one of your opponent's Digimon into a white Digimon with 3000 DP and an original name of Sukamon until the end of your turn.
So it turns
I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 just for that, because now you can do it and delete stuff for 3000 DP.
Now, wait, am I wrong, or was there a card earlier that said you could put a Sukamon in your security?
Oh my god, yes. You could also put this on top of your security stack.
Yep.
So you swing check this, and they're like, hey,
you're a poop now.
that Digimon you have on the field is really cool. It's not cool.
Yeah, your Fenriluga is a poop now.
And it says until the end of your turn. So that's going to stay on a 3K Digimon until the end of your turn after they check the security and pass turn.
Oh my god, I love this. This is a 4.
Yeah, this is a 4. This is kind of scary. Like, you could just play this in security control.
Yeah. Yep. Just turn their cards into poop.
Yeah. That's kind of scary. DCD Bomb. 4 cost, main, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, then by returning 3 cards with a De-Brigade Digipolice trait from your trash to the top of your deck, delete your opponent's Digimon up to a maximum play cost of 6, security to activate the main effect.
I don't think you use this, do you?
This seems kind of meh compared to because everything else does this, but it's also a body.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Pride memory boost.
Yeah, I would rather play Pride, yeah.
There's no room in the deck for this, and it just, like you guys said, there's better cards for it. Pride being one of them.
Yeah, give it a 1.
This is a 1. The fact that they printed this in the same set that they gave you cards that you wouldn't have to play this because they exist is kind of weird.
This would have been like 2 sets ago? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it would have been interesting support. Yeah, that's a 1. Dark Wings Delusion, 1 cost. Trash the top 3 cards of your deck, then one of your Digimon with Devimon in its name gets security attack +1. Securities activate the main effects.
Okay, so this makes that Devimon a little bit better.
Sort of, but we're still missing the rest of the deck.
Yeah, right. I mean, we still only have the one Devimon line, the Neo Devi and the Don Devi. We need more Neo Devi, Don Devi support.
I'm assuming we'll get some at this point just based on the support, but yeah, right now this is...
It mills 3 cards for 1 cost. I'll give it a 2.
It's a 2.
That's true. Yeah. It does mill, and there's lots of things that benefit from that. So yeah, that's a 2.
All right. Now probably the best purple option.
Pummel Whack. When this card is trashed from your hand by your effect, draw 1. Main, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. One of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Securities activate the main effect. 3 cost option.
So the reason you play this in a lot of decks is A, to clear out the floodgates, and B, if your opponent's not playing any floodgates, you don't have to deal with it. You can just generically trash this out of your hand with all your purple effects to draw an extra card.
This also lets you play around, utility. This lets you play around ace cards as well.
Yep. Oh, you have a level 4 out? Let me just pop it.
Yeah. This card's a 3. This card will actually be pretty good in pre-release.
Yeah, I agree. So
if you have enough purple sources.
Yeah, I'll go with a 3.
You're definitely going to have to play that card in Ulti Cup.
They made this a 3 cost because they knew people were going to specifically just use it to trash out of their hand. So they just randomly gave it a play cost.
It's a pretty strong effect for a 3 play cost.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the secret rares. We have War Greymon. 12,000 DP, Evos on top of level 5 reds for 4, or Evos on top of level 5 with Greymon its name for 4. Lots of effects happening. While you have a Tamer with Taikami in its name, and your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more, your Agumon may Digivolve into this card from your hand for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. When Digivolving, this Digimon gains Raid for the turn. Then this Digimon may attack. It's weird that it doesn't just say Blitz.
Yeah, right.
When attacking, if you have a Tamer, this Digimon gains Security Attack +1 and Piercing for the turn.
Oh, maybe it doesn't say Blitz because would Venusmon stop that?
It's the entire effect is a when Digivolving effect, so it doesn't. Venusmon stops it regardless. I'm not sure why they didn't just say gains Blitz.
Does Blitz interfere with Raid? I don't think it does.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think so. No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, kind of weird choice.
Yeah, it's odd that it does. Maybe it's just so it doesn't interact with cards that specify something having Blitz. I'm not sure why they would bother to do that, but yeah, it has Blitz without having Blitz.
So the problem with this is your opponent has to have a Digimon on the board with 10,000 DP.
Yeah, the warp effect requires your opponent to play into it, which is a negative.
The 4 memory is not too bad because again you're gonna be attacking with it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
The raid effect is cool, I guess. I mean, it's such. I'm just never gonna play this over anything else that we already have. That's the problem I'm gonna have with this.
I think the only thing on it that's nice that I do like is it frees up your Metal Greymon slots from making it to where you don't have to play a Metal Greymon with piercing anymore. So you can play something that lets you like attack over unsuspended Digimon, but like that's kind of what raid is for anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of redundant.
You can play the Metal Greymon from the starter deck that gives you security attack +1.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I feel like this card.
I just think it's a very weak secret.
It's dancing
in my
around
opinion.
being good very closely.
Yeah.
What's weird too is the Agumon from the set doesn't really support him.
It just gives them 2,000 DP.
No.
Yeah, it gives them 2,000 DP. Like, I think they learned their lesson from this, because once we get to BT14, they did the exact same card with the exact same interaction, but they did it better.
Yep.
I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
I'll give it 3.
I'll give it a 3 as well. It's so close to being good.
I would have given it a
Almost
2,
there.
but because it's great, it's got Greymon in name, I'll bump it up.
Go ahead and flash us the alt art, Brandon. I know you want to. Yeah, that thing is beautiful.
Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10.
That thing's a worth just for the alt art.
Yeah, I'm excited for when those things tank, when people realize they're not that good and I can scoop them up.
Yeah, scoop them up.
All right, moving on to the second secret of the deck, one of the better cards in the set.
Final card.
Yeah, Angemon. Digivolves on top of level 3s for 3 memory, yellow level 3s. And then Digivolves on top of Patamon for 2. When attacking, by deleting this Digimon, so that means this is optional, activate one of the following effects. Place one of your opponent's Digimon with a virus trait at the bottom of their security stack, or one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5,000 DP for the turn. On deletion, place this card at the bottom of your security stack. Then if you have a tamer, you may hatch a Digi-Egg in your breeding area. And
Which is probably the best part.
Yeah, and then the inheritable is on deletion, place one yellow card with a vaccine trait from your hand at the bottom of your security stack.
This card is good.
This card's very good. This card, like, if you're playing against a deck that has virus in its traits, is very annoying to play against.
Very annoying.
Because this, like, I was playing LordKnightmon as a virus type, for those of you that don't know, so, like, anytime Ben would promote, he could swing with this guy and just put my Lord Knight on the bottom of my security stack and then just recover this guy into a security to do it again the next turn.
Yep. Fenriluga is also a virus.
Well, when they go into Fenriluga, you're usually dead, so I'm not really worried about that.
I'll give this card a 4 out of 5. I think it's very good. I think it's also very balanced, like, and it also fits his like lore, like the on deletion part,
It
and then
does,
it
yeah.
hatches an egg. So that's really cool. I don't think it's like goes necessarily over the edge as some of the other cards we've talked about today. Just definitely a good kind of fair balanced card. The virus thing also fits into the lore, like makes sense. So yeah,
very
4 out of 5.
card.
Yeah. I would also give it a 4. Yeah, I really like
4 is very solid.
the lore touch. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, the final alt art for the set. A very, very beautiful
card.
That
Daddy
card is absolutely
Angemon.
stunning.
Daddy's home. Yeah, it's just really
So-
Stunning.
Now that we've talked about every card in this set, what would you guys rate this set out of 5? And do you think it's a invest set?
I'm giving this set a straight up 5 because it's honestly got some of the best mechanics in it. Like it's giving you a lot of really good blast mechanics. It's opening up decks that were starting to fall off to be good again. Like the Source Strip blue deck was actually still doing good in Japan without Blue Hybrid. But now that it has access to Blue Hybrid, our format's going to be so different just because of this set like dropping. It's giving us a new top tier purple deck. Blue's going to be really good. You're getting the training cards. Like, I think this set is honestly one of the best ones we've had.
Yeah, I agree. I think the set is a 5 out of 5. I think every color in this set minus red is very good. Like, there is something you could take out of every one of these colors and be like, you know what? Yeah, that works with something. Like, purple and black both have decks that you can build and be very competitive right out of the gate. Blue adds onto a deck that is going to be very good and can be, I think, very good by itself. Purple is probably going to be the best one. Yellow is going to do yellow stuff. They're going to touch their security.
Mm-hmm.
Red's the only color, and I guess I kind of don't mind this because red's been so, I don't want to say oppressive, but like it's been very consistently good. Yeah, it's always been very consistently good. So we can take one set off and let everyone else kind of breathe. So yeah, I definitely think this is, and with how much extra stuff they're giving us for just buying a box, like we get so much
value
in, value in this. Yeah, this is definitely a set worth investing in.
Yeah,
100%.
This is a 5 out of 5 for me. My favorite part about this set is the introduction of the Blast Ace mechanic. The introduction of interactions on your opponent's turn is going to increase the skill curve of this game. It's something that we kind of were missing. I know some people don't like that. Tough. It's going to weed out the bad players when they play into stuff like that. But yeah,
it's introducing a proper skill ceiling.
It is. And I'm excited to continue the Blast Ace line, and hopefully we get level 4s. We're obviously going to get level 7s in the not too distant future. But yeah, that's my favorite part about this set is the Blast Ace mechanic. Like, I think that is amazing.
Okay,
I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Come on, Dope.
All right, Sean.
Good night, sweet princess.
Good night.